Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Listen, this is a wide open Champions League, actually. Arsenal looks strong. Bayern looks strong. Paris Saint-Germain. This is the first loss at home, of course. How about no one cares? How about you get a timeout because you said no one cares? How about that? Absolutely. Timeout. Put you in timeout. I'm in no mood to actually deal with anybody, to be honest. Really, I'm in no mood. Big up everyone that is here. Hit that like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe to the channel. Verts played well. Trent didn't offer anything. Mohamed Salah playing well. Liverpool absolutely destroy Real Madrid. I know it's 1-0 only, but it should have been 5-0, to be honest, if it wasn't for Courtois. Arsenal now are reaching a point where teams are just scared to score again at them or something like that. Like I think it's a psychological element currently. Like teams just afraid to shoot, afraid to score against them. But Liverpool looked absolutely great. Arsenal looked great. We're going to talk about who's favorites. We're going to talk about the games, of course. We're going to break out the Liverpool game. We're going to break out Arne Slot is going back to the basics. Verts playing left wing now, or number 10 on the left. There is some kind of like a voice, sound that keeps. Is it Ahmed?
No,
Ahmed is muted, actually. Ahmed is muted, actually. Yeah. Guys, Tom, how are you doing? You're back from the dead, back-to-back wins.
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I called last week that this run of 3 games where we play Villa, Real Madrid, and Man City we'd win all three, and it'd be the kickstart of the season because the players have finally clicked into gear. And what happened? We played very well against Aston Villa. We played extremely well against Real Madrid. We're going to play extremely well against Man City. We're going to win all three games, and everything's going to be fine and dandy. And anyone who was stupid to suggest Arne Slot out is going to have egg on their face as we rebound second half.
Said Arne Slot out. You yourself wanted him out.
I never wanted Arne Slot out.
You never wanted him out?
No.
Do you think everything is back to good now? Everything is good?
For the most part, yeah.
Really?
Because I don't think as much needed to be changed as people made out. I didn't think it was these massive.
You know that the chat is gonna. You know the chat are gonna actually tell you if you're out or like you said out. You know that there are people here that watch Sam, that watch Kopich. You know that, right? You know where? Is he lying? Fonzie, is he lying? Is he really lying?
The one Fonzie throws at me is the fact I was Klopp out fucking 3 years ago, but he can't say I was Slot out, which I've not been Slot out.
Hit that, guys. There's about 800 people in the house. Big up everyone that joined us on Football Terrace. It's Footy Judge Mo. Subscribe, hit that like button, guys, if you are here. Omar is saying, Vinny after Ballon d'Or loss, he became so rubbish. He was always shit. He's always shit. Conor Bradley fucking pocketed him today. Ahmed today, did you see Vinny Jr. versus Salah today? Salah looked like 5 times the player Vinny is.
I'll be real, yeah. Salah was dead. I don't think Salah was good today at all. I thought his passing was rubbish. Alvaro got the better of him for the most of the game. I don't know what game you guys were watching here, but Mo Salah was not that good. Mo Salah was not that good. Like Liverpool's best player that game, yeah, was Conor Bradley, hands down. Mo Salah, the amount of passes, yeah, that he fumbled is no joke. So I don't know how guys are saying that Salah played well. Vinny was also rubbish, but Vinny's not even the person that I want to concentrate on from Madrid. There's 2 other.
I don't want to talk about Madrid. I want to talk about Liverpool first.
No, but Liverpool.
Is that Liverpool back, guys? Is that like people back-to-back wins now? Liverpool like title back in the Premier League, Champions League favorite. You know, remember, everyone remembers that Liverpool were the Champions League favorites in the bookies, right? Everyone knows that, right? In the beginning of the season.
Let me ask you this: is it me, or are Liverpool more suited to playing against teams like Real Madrid, City?
Can you elaborate? What does that mean?
Aston Villa. They don't necessarily play the way that Arne Slot was saying Liverpool struggle against. They're not as direct. They're not as many set pieces. They're not as many long throws. Not as many like of these direct attacks that affect Liverpool in a negative light. When you have a Real Madrid, when you have a City, when you have Aston Villa playing out the back, making also trying to build up and take time, it gives Liverpool more opportunity to get themselves sorted, and they don't have to worry about a quick fire counter attack.
I mean, to an nth degree, yes, but also I think that we'd be fine with these teams because of what we're doing now. So our problem, it's not this grandstand problem to try and figure out where we were going wrong in certain games. We struggle with certain teams' ability to play long balls because even if we were winning the first ball, even if we were winning the initial connection, we weren't winning the second ball. Now, the last 2 games, Aston Villa and Real Madrid, have they played long ball every time? No, but we haven't actually played a team that's done that. So the times they've played long ball, because there has been points in the game where they've tried to go long ball. Today, Real Madrid kept trying to get it to Valverde or Huijsen. Was it Huijsen on the left? Yeah, Huijsen. And they would play long balls into the channels of Vinicius Jr. or a long ball into the channel for Mbappe to run onto. But what's happened now is we have the double pivot set up in a way, and we have the fullback set up in a way, to where once we win the initial contact, we're now got the bodies around to win the second ball. I think we had something close to 30 recoveries from the back 2 and the midfield today, or the back 4 and midfield today, which is very important for allowing us to lift the pressure off. So, yes, it helps that, these teams are allowing us to get into a bit of a better press. Our high press looks there because these teams are playing in ways where you can get them in a high press. But in terms of long balls, it was more so, I think it's just been more so a case of making these little adjustments and players turning up. So McAllister, I don't think it's a coincidence that when McAllister starts playing well, Liverpool starts to play well. I don't think that's just a ha-ha coincidence. How funny is that? I think they're both intrinsically entwined with one another. So, yes, we haven't played, a long ball tour strike team in the last couple of games, and everyone's now saying we're back. But I think that what I've seen in these games in the moments where they've tried to hurt us in the way other teams have it this season, they're not getting the same joy because we've adapted to certain things. So I'm pretty happy with it.
I'm gonna tell you the thing. What I think I understand what Igal is saying. What Igal is saying is that the majority of the games that Liverpool will play this season, right? They will not be against teams like Villa that will pass the ball from the back and actually push players forward, or a Real Madrid that had 60% ball position at Anfield. Liverpool would normally play mostly against the Brentfords, right? Against the teams that sit back, against the Fulhams. I actually understand what Igal is saying. However, Igal, I'm going to tell you something. If this was 2 weeks ago, Arne Slot, he would have pressed with everyone, leaving two at the back and leaving the midfield wide open. Today, when they pressed, I saw McAllister staying in the hole. I saw one of Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. If McAllister presses, I see one of them standing in front of the defense. That didn't happen before, regardless of the ball position, regardless of Liverpool press or not. You remember the Frankfurt game? They pressed with 7 players that the midfield was wide open when Frankfurt scored. They did it against Galatasaray. They did it against Brentford. They did it against everyone. I saw Arne Slot today. What he did is that he asked Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch, one of them not to move from in front of the defense. And that is a good sign. For me, that is a good sign that he's learning. Because you remember, he said that we don't have any problem defensively. Today, it proves that he was wrong. He was just saying this to the media. He knows that there was something wrong defensively. Liverpool looked very solid defensively today. Very solid, actually. Because Vinny got the ball like 15, 20, 30 times on that left side. None of them created anything dangerous. None.
I think one of the main reasons why they also look good defensively is cohesion with Van Dijk, Robertson, Konate, and Bradley.
Robertson is a big factor, yes.
Yeah, as much as Gyökeres was supposed to be an upgrade, he has not been an upgrade all season. He has been a liability, and that cohesion is not there. Same way Robertson and Van Dijk have that cohesion on that side. And as much as Bradley is not Trent, he's a lot more stable than Frimpong. Frimpong has not been available. He's not been fit, and when he has played, I haven't really seen too many good games from him either. So I'm just looking at Liverpool's fullbacks that they brought in, the recruitment for the fullbacks. That has been a big area of problem for Liverpool, where they've been trying to bring in these new players, embed these new players, and they haven't really worked out. Funny enough, their best player this season who's been a new signing has been Ekitike, and Wirtz actually had a better game than him today.
Than who?
I thought Wirtz had a better game than Ekitike.
I thought Ekitike played well as well, but Wirtz was one of the best players on the pitch from Liverpool's
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought Ekitike played all right today. I didn't think that Ekitike played bad at all. It's all the front line
I
played
think
well.
Ekitike just had a frustrating game today. So there was times where
it wasn't a striker's game. That's the thing.
No, there was parts of it that were very good, but the problem I felt today with Ekitike was he'd do something really well, and then the next game he'd try, or the next moment, should I say, he'd try and one-up it again, and one-up it again, and one-up it again. So, like, there was large parts of the game where he was getting the ball, holding off someone, beating a man, laying it off, really what you want to see from the striker in that game. And then the next pass you play, it'll be he'll receive the ball, and then he'll turn and run into 3 of them and try and tight weave his way out of the 3, out of the corridor that he's put himself in, and sometimes he can get through it. So he was more frustrating. Wirtz was one of the better players across.
Can I ask you something, Tom, about Wirtz?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna? I'm being completely honest. I thought he had a brilliant game. Are we judging Wirtz based on GA? He played as a clear 10 today. He wasn't. By the way, he played like similar to Shirky on paper, left wing, on the pitch, inside the pitch, like free. Are we gonna judge Wirtz on GA or we're not? I just want to get that straight answer from Liverpool fans.
If you want to judge him on GA, go for it. He didn't get one today.
Should we or should we not? 160 million.
Liverpool fans should judge it on GA, but with me, obviously, you know how my stance is when it comes to players. Yeah, I'm not really bothered about stats, but Liverpool fans should hold Wirtz in regards to GA because that's what they use Mo Salah's weapon in it as, like GA. So when you buy a player like that,
But the thing is,
because today he affected the game, but I thought McAllister could have done that job. McAllister,
McAllister couldn't have done what Versman's like.
With the J thing as well, the reason why you shouldn't really look into it too much. I'm pretty sure he put in a good ball to Szoboszlai where Courtois made it very precise.
Yeah, it was a bad back pass. Yeah, it was a great. Okay, it was a bad.
It was a good ball.
He was in the right place. Very good pass and everything.
He should have got an assist for that.
Yes, but that wasn't. Like, I looked at Wirtz today and I thought he was very good on the ball. Technically looked sound, right?
All right.
But people are judging others. Like, bro, Eze is being judged on GA. Xavi Simons is being judged on GA.
But
the reason why Wirtz is being judged by GA is because the amount of money he cost is top dollar for a player who comes in and produces for you on a regular basis. Regardless if we judge him on GA or not, his performances have been so bad. You could just judge him based off the performances and say they've been terrible.
Not so
bad. Nobody's sitting here saying today was. Nobody's sitting here saying today was poor. Nobody's sitting here saying
he was very good. I'm gonna say very good.
Nobody's sitting here saying today's poor. Nobody's judging him today off GA because it's a big game, and in these kind of games, you don't score many goals in them anyways. It's not. You're not gonna see many 4 or 5 thrillers versus Real Madrid and Liverpool. Most of the time, they're going to be low scoring. But I do think it is fair to judge certain attackers who cost ridiculous amount of money on GA. Isaac, Wirtz, if you want to judge Gyökeres, if you want to judge all these players who cost top
Saka's being judged on GA. Saka's being judged on GA.
Because he is one of the best in his position. Mo Salah, Saka, they have to produce a certain level of numbers or else they will be considered poor. But guess what? They can still perform. You can still have good performances within games where you don't necessarily get a goal.
He did, which is today. Today is.
Yeah, no, I know, but
guys, to be honest with you guys, Wirtz today could have been. Wirtz today should have had the assist or something today on the board. I'm not gonna sit here and be disingenuous. He played a good game. Very good game.
Don't confuse the two. That's all I'm saying. You can say he had a good game, but at the same time, you expect players of this caliber to produce.
Yeah, but he didn't produce today through no fault of his own.
Okay.
If he hadn't created the chance, then you'd be onto something with the fact of he played well, but he didn't do it. But the fact of the matter is, he could not have put a better ball across for Dominic.
This is not a criticism of today's game. I'm simply stating, just because you're at a certain level of stature, Mo Salah could have 3 match-winning games where he doesn't necessarily have good performances, but that's why you have him to win those matches. The same Mo Salah
don't get judged on performances.
The same Mo Salah, if he has poor performances and he doesn't get the GA, it's different. There's different players, different styles. No, but I don't think anyone's gonna sit here and criticize Florian Wirtz for today's performance.
No.
Or lack of GA.
But I have another angle for it. But let me do this first. Thank you guys, everyone. Fonzie saying, no, Tom, my problem with you is you shame people for being Slot out. You were Klopp out, and you have no right to move that way to others.
Guess what, Fonzie? I do, because it's YouTube, and I can say whatever the fuck I want. But also, my reason for being Jurgen Klopp out back in 2023, should I say, 7 months before he announced that he was too tired to keep going as manager, was I didn't think he could keep going as a manager, and I didn't want him to tarnish his reputation. So in the end, Fonzie, you can sit there and have a go at me for the fact I was Jurgen Klopp out, but ultimately the man himself agreed with me. But thank you for watching all the other streams, mate. Much appreciated.
Nope, Egal Slot actually changed tactics and not the opponent. He's changed the tactics, but also it helped that Real Madrid were not sitting deep. But I want to ask about Wirtz. I want to keep it on Wirtz. I want to ask you something about the left wings. Why was I scared of Mbappe? Did he even play Mbappe?
Can I mention that? I mention about that.
But you don't like Mbappe like me, right? You don't.
I think Mbappe's a good player, but I think he's a bit overrated. I'll be real. I think he's a bit overrated.
Can I tell you guys for real something?
Overrated?
I think he's overrated, because you know what they're killing Mbappe, yeah? Once you low block that guy, he's ineffective, bro. He didn't do anything.
Can I tell you guys, La Liga, to be honest, flattered these boys. He flattered them. We saw when Arsenal played Real Madrid, fucking destroyed them. By the way, today, 5-0 at least. That's not a good Liverpool team. Today should have been 5-0 for Liverpool. If it wasn't for Courtois, it was Liverpool versus Courtois today, right?
Yeah.
And to be honest, one of the other things that in La Liga you can get away with it is the workload, the effort you put in. Mbappe and Vini today, passengers on the pitch. In the Prem, you cannot get away with this shit. You won't. Mbappe was passing the ball wrong. Okay, let me just tell you. Mbappe was doing a back heel that is wrong, and he's doing his arms like this, and the rest of the team have to work for him. Bellingham have to work for him. So many have to work for him. All of them have to work for him. That doesn't happen. Like Liverpool today, Ekitike lost the ball. He's sprinting to get the ball back. You know, he's not. Like even Salah at the end, in minute 88, he lost the ball. He's going back to recover the ball. In Vini Jr. and Mbappe are so privileged that they play in La Liga. It's unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, but you know
these boys, people say that they will tear the Premier League. Bro, the work ethics is not there, bro. You cannot be a passenger on the pitch.
But listen, individually, let me be real, yeah. As much as I think Mbappe is good. I don't rate him to the likes of how people gas up about he's the best player in the world. He'll go down as one of the all-timers. No chance, yeah.
No chance.
Mbappe and Vini individually as players will do well in the Premier League. Yeah, we've seen so many worse players that are wingers in that league who put up some decent numbers and performances. So Mbappe, Vini will have no issue. The problem with Madrid, yeah, is that they've not replaced a player like Karim Benzema, yeah, because what he does, yeah, not only does he score goals, he affects the game, regardless whether he doesn't get an assist, whether he doesn't get a goal. He improves the players around him, which is a big factor in how good he was, right? Because even when Benzema wasn't the main guy for Madrid, he allowed Ronaldo to get the goals. He was a big figure. Vini's game stepped up under Carlo Ancelotti. When you have a player like Mbappe and Vini, who were stylistically quite similar, but Mbappe is playing as a striker. The team right now, when you look at Xabi Alonso, I hear him in press conferences. Yeah, we have to focus on creating for Mbappe. The whole team is tailor made to get Mbappe the goals. In La Liga, the defense is a lot higher. Mbappe uses the pace on the counter attack. They look devastating. But when you low block him, bro, there's nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing there. I
agree. Today, it felt like a lot of the ball was getting forced down their left towards Vini. And then Mbappe was standing in that channel as well, waiting or hoping for Vini to run
to dribble Bradley. Two players. Yes.
Yeah, I don't even think that's what he was waiting for, because there was two moments where Vini got past Bradley, and then as he's going to cut it back, Mbappe's not there because he's not in the position that he wants to be. Mbappe is still on the left, but what Mbappe wants is for Vini to run at the right back, get tackled, and the ball to ricochet to him with the right back out the game, put him in the left channel to where he can then become a left winger and run. I felt no fear from that Madrid attack today. The thing that worried me most was a Bellingham late run. That was what worried me most about a goal today.
He's the one that gave you the goal. He's the one that gave you the goal. Do you get me? He's another one who didn't really have a good performance.
Ahmed, him making a foul doesn't mean you're giving the goal. Like, you making the foul.
It's a silly tackle,
people foul everyone. Like, people foul each other all the time on the pitch.
Yeah, but all he was doing today,
it's not. By the way, Bellingham today was better than both. Like, he was doing everything correct. Anyway, I don't want to go to Real Madrid. I genuinely believe that Real Madrid. I don't think that Real Madrid will win the Champions League. They have their own thing in La Liga. I don't think they are. I think Bayern are stronger. I think Arsenal are stronger. I think PSG are stronger. Bro, I think Liverpool have a bigger chance to win in the Champions League than Real Madrid. With all due respect. With all due respect to everyone. You look at this, and also the defense. Hoysen, and what is that guy's left side? What's his name? Cara, whatever?
Yeah, he
Herrera, Eder Militao, Trent on the right back. Yeah, he's good. Bro, I'm sorry.
No, you shit.
Today, like, Trent came on, a couple of crosses. One of them overhit, the other one is hit the first man. Done. Over. Trent's day's over. That's it.
I know you want to move on from Madrid, but I will say this. I will say this about Madrid. We've played Madrid fucking how many times in the last how many years? And Vinicius Jr. has built a career off the back of playing well against us. He got 2 goals in his first game against us in 2021 when we lost 3-1, and he was in a really bad time then, and those goals sort of gave him the confidence to really resurge. The year after, he scores the win in the Champions League final. The year after that, he gets 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 legs against us. But this year, when he's not playing the common denominator in Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, he gets absolutely fuck all out the game. And it was the same last year. They got nothing out of us when we're not playing Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Connor Bradley is not better than Trent Alexander-Arnold attacking-wise, but he's so much better defensively.
Well, I can guarantee that you can say that, oh, it's because of Trent, but I can guarantee that you were one of the guys that was saying Trent is the best in his position in the world. So
because I had to lie because me and him were from the same place.
So you had to lie.
Yes, I had to lie, and I've sat there and admitted that for 5 years straight I lied about how good that man was defensively, and I barefaced lied. If there was a court, if I had to swear, that thing they don't understand, if I had to swear the oath and then lie about him, I couldn't have done that.
The thing is, like, I don't listen.
Is Tom doing raise your right hand and say the truth, nothing but the truth?
Listen, I just want to say something real quick here. I don't understand. Like, I can understand why Liverpool fans are annoyed with how Trent left, but it's not like he's going to a direct rival.
He believes he is, though.
But he's won the Champions League with you guys. He's been a key figure in your success, right? Under Jurgen Klopp and obviously for Slot too. So I don't think it's that deep. I'm seeing Liverpool fans boo him, bro. Like I didn't get that.
As he should do.
But why though?
Are we doing that again? Are we doing that again? Bro, the stream was 3 months ago. Tom was there on Osam. Tom was here. Tom on Kopish. Tom on his own channel. Bro, we've done this already. We've done why you boo him already.
No,
we've done that.
On a 3. He lied to the fans and said that he would be he couldn't play for a rival. And then
he kissed the badge. I'm staying. Did this and all this shit, bro.
He makes the final season all about him.
More, isn't it? Like, do you get me? Just
we'll move on from fucking Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think Trent will be forgotten about.
There's too much about what he's done before, during, and afterwards. He's a liar, he's a rat, and he got what was coming to him.
No, but with Madrid, Mo's right. Like, I'll be real, yeah. I've watched Madrid for a few times yet in La Liga. Don't let the points fool you into thinking that Madrid are a quality side, yeah. Just because they're beating teams.
But you think Barcelona are a quality side?
I think Barcelona 100% are a quality side. But what they're suffering right now, yeah, is just injuries. Pretty much, that's it.
Yeah, Barcelona played the highest line than Ange Postecoglou line, bro. Like, what is this?
Listen, Barcelona.
Can I want to go back to just we sidetracked. I wanted to ask about Wirtz, about the position. Guys, do you think he's gonna start for them? Because remember, they have to play Gakpo on the left. When they go to the league, Wirtz has no spot because the midfield 3 are the midfield 3. Unless we say that, because Wenger spoke before the game, Arsene Wenger actually spoke before the game on beIN Sports, and he said that when Wirtz went to them, he wants to play as a number 10. He doesn't want to play on the left. He doesn't want to start on the left. He doesn't want to start from the left. He wants to be the 10. But does he have a spot in that midfield? That is the question.
I just think against a balanced team that can attack from both sides properly, Wirtz is going to have to get back and do defensive work if he's going to play left wing. And I don't think he wants to do that. So I don't know what Arne Slot's going to do, but he's going to have to find ways to get the best out of him. If it's going to be the left wing, you're going to have McAllister is going to have to do a lot of work defensively on that left side, and you're going to have Robertson in there because Gyökeres has been shocking. But if you're going to play Gyökeres and Wirtz on that left side,
Robertson is so good, to be honest with you.
Tom, you're making a lot of stank faces. What's up? What do you disagree with?
The one thing Wirtz has done all his time at Liverpool is work hard. Today he covered the most distance. Like, okay. I don't have a concern about him. If he has to play on the left and track back, that's the least of my concern with him. He'll do
what? That. No, I disagree with you. I think that Wirtz... I think Wirtz, you can run around as much as you can, but I don't think that defensive attributes is not about running around. It's about tackling, intercepting, being defensively high IQ, standing. Like, you can run around as much as you want to get
look at the Palace game.
Tom Wirtz has been running around from the beginning of the season. That doesn't mean he's contributing defensively. You can run around as much as you want. Bruno Fernandes, by the way, ran the most in Man United team. It doesn't mean that he's the best defensively because you run around. You know that, right?
Fine, but Wirtz has been fine defensively.
Come on, bro. We watched.
What are we doing here? Are we going to say that Wirtz is going to be fine defensively?
Once again, we watched the Palace game. He didn't even get back once.
The Palace game?
Yeah, the Crystal Palace game when he was playing on the left. Did he once get back?
We didn't ask either of the wingers to go back that game.
Okay,
think,
so then,
so you
then
think Wirtz can do 20?
why wouldn't you ask your winger to get back and help defend when you have overload on each side?
Because we were trying to leave as many guys forward for counter-attacks against them. It didn't work. That's not on fucking Wirtz.
No, but so you think that Wirtz can do?
My point is that the games that
I'm-
we've played him this year, where we've needed him to be a factor with his off the ball work, Florian Wirtz has not let me down at any point with that.
Really? You think that Wirtz can do 20% to 30% of Szoboszlai off the ball work defensively?
He doesn't need to do that because Szoboszlai does Szoboszlai's
Tom,
off the ball work.
Okay, so who's gonna play? You cannot play with 12 men. You know that, right?
I'm sorry, I can't take what Tom's saying.
No, right. So my point is,
Can I just
Oh
give
my
me
God.
Let me answer. This is important to say.
This
This is important to say. 2 minutes earlier, he just said he bold-faced lied about Trent's defending, and now I just feel like this is another one where you're defending your player and you're bold-faced lying. So which
how
one
am I
is it?
bold-faced lying about?
No, because you earlier
I can give you the facts.
you said you
Florian
defended
Wirtz
Trent.
covered the most ground in 3 of his last 4 starts out of any player on the pitch.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's actually defending. Because you said, for example, the
It
Crystal
fucking
Palace
does
game,
because
he
we don't have
wasn't
the ball for
defending.
the whole game.
Sorry?
It does because we don't have the ball the whole game. I know what I've seen, Igal. I know what I've seen from him. I know that
Well,
if there's things you can get at Florian Wirtz about this thing, I'm not going to sit there and lie and say he's been faultless, but you cannot get at him over his off the ball work. That's the one thing that has been a very high standard all
Let me
season.
simply ask you this: the right wing back for Crystal Palace, Muñoz, who's going to cover him when you already have your midfielder and your left back already back there? Who's going to be the third person to help out?
Ask Arne Slot.
Oh, so it's not supposed to be Florian Wirtz in that moment.
Not in that game because he didn't ask either of my wide midfielders to track back.
Okay, whatever.
Igal, you're using a game where the manager asked him to not do something and are beating him with that stiff going, he didn't do it that game.
Can I get this straight, Tom? So you think that Wirtz should start on the left wing instead of Gakpo? On paper.
That's what he's saying.
On paper. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, at the minute, yeah, because I can't sacrifice anyone in the midfield. At the minute, that's where he's got to go.
And you think that Wirtz do better job than Gakpo on that left side?
I think that you have to rotate them based on opposition. I don't know why that idea is now every time
Wirtz
that
will
idea
give
has
you
to get
more
brought up.
creativity, bro. Gakpo is a one-trick pony, bro. You know he's got a decent strike.
He is, but there's gonna be games where we need Gakpo and his height more so than anything else.
Does Wirtz have any tricks? Talking about sorry, go on, bro.
Well, I can't believe a gal said bold place a lot of Tom when Tom's clearly got a massive beard going there. So, you need to work on your insults. But I don't think Wirtz, I think there's an issue with Wirtz. It's like he looked good today. I saw him actually shoulder someone off the ball. So surprised me. And he was in the right positions at the right time. If he can get around from that left wing position, then he can be as useful as he needs to be. But I think the issue with him is that he needs to be the hub of everything, not on the periphery. If you're getting value for money out of Wirtz, right? Like he should be centrally, he should be the hub, coordinating, making the plays. But if you've got him running around as the winger, I think you're just, I don't know, maybe it's like a band-aid solution for now.
The thing that you have to understand with Florian Wirtz, and it'll also be brought up with Isak to a degree and Ekitike, we aren't going to see their best version of them at Liverpool until Mohamed Salah leaves. Because whilst Mohamed Salah is at Liverpool Football Club, Liverpool will build around Mohamed Salah and will do everything they can to put Mohamed Salah in the best position possible game in, game out, to the detriment of other players. Once Mohamed Salah goes and you don't have that legendary figure at your football club, then I think you'll be able to see them start building around the new attackers that they have. But for the time being, whilst you have the club's greatest attacker since Kenny Dalglish in the 80s, the football is going to be based around getting him the ball as much as possible. Which is what
Slot did last year, and even Mo Salah said that I have to feel comfortable in the style of play, and I'll get you the numbers. So pretty much, last year, why did he get loads of numbers? The team was pretty much tailored for him for the other teams to facilitate.
It wasn't up until the last 2 games of this season. So these last 2 games, we've been getting Salah in the same positions he was getting into last year, and all of a sudden, he started being more involved in games. He's got more touches. Whether you think he's done well or not is by the by, but he's been more involved in the game as an absolute bare minimum. He's been one-on-one with his fullback more often. And
what did Salah do to you in your life, bro, Ahmed? Like, what did he do to your life? Do you know him?
Did Mo
Did
just listen to what Tom said? It was what Tom mostly said. Tom literally said, yeah, that with Mo Salah, pretty much, yeah, we're not going to see the football that we want to see with a player like Mo Salah because he can't do that wing role. He can't really do it. Let's be real. Mo Salah is not going to be the winger that's going to be able to cook in 1v1 and be able to, be very intricate. Yeah, he's a very.
The guy cooked the guy today, by the way, on that right side. He literally cooked him.
Not really. That's not. If that's cooking there, then.
It looked 50-50. I think there was times when Mo got past, but there was times where he got locked up.
As the game drew on,
like an application.
As the game went on, Salah started to win more and more and more.
Yeah. But at the start, for sure, he was giving.
Bro, he must have done something to you, and it cannot be the goals he scored at Old Trafford, bro. It just can't.
It's really not. It's really not.
Seriously, it cannot be. Your hate for Mohamed Salah has to be studied.
Can you say
in books, bro? I'm being serious.
Yeah, but you say hate, yeah, but tell
he's
me.
He's a Man United fan. What do you expect?
No. But a gal's talking about hate, yeah. That's very ironic. But anyway.
With Mo
Salah, that's very ironic. With Mo Salah, yeah, with my statement.
No, but who do I hate?
People misconstrue what I say. Just because I do not rate a player, yeah, that highly, does not mean I hate him. Generally speaking, there's so many.
You try to highlight his negatives every single stream. It's ridiculous. You never mention the positives. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Okay, let's be real, yeah. When people say, "Why do you never highlight?" Someone says to me, why do you not highlight Mo Salah's positives in his performance? His performance is week in, week out. There's more negatives to his game than positive. Do you get me? He does way more negatives.
This is mad, bro.
No, but listen, I'm not
saying...
He
does more negatives in the game. So the highest scorer in Liverpool, right, in the Liverpool Football Club, the third high, past Wayne Rooney in GA in the Premier League?
Listen, Mo, here's
the thing. Now, this guy does more negatives to football matches than the others. How stupid that is!
It's not stupid. If you watch the game.
I think the opinion.
You literally said that you literally made a video not too long ago saying is Mo Salah finished. So why are you cooking me for? I don't understand.
Because this season is different.
What's going on there? What's going on?
Yeah, hold on. That's the difference. This season, I can talk about 6-7 games, but you're saying he does more negatives to a football team than actually the positives. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to break down the negatives in my opinion, and you can disagree.
Are you talking about overall or this season?
I'm talking about the game today. I'll just talk about the game.
Today again.
No. I think his passing was off. I thought his dribbling was off. You said he got past Alvaro a couple of times. Yeah, he got past a couple of times.
No, actually, he got past him. He got past him half the time.
One second, guys. Let's not forget the team was built around Mo Salah last season. The team right now, they're basically jockeying for positions on who's going to be the top dog. As Tom said, majority of these guys are trying to line themselves up to see who's going to be the main man going forward. Isaac, Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, they're all basically trying to see who's going to be the next top dog. And right now, it's until Mo Salah leaves, he's going to be the main guy.
Al, you think he played well today?
But he's not necessarily going to have the same impact. And because he doesn't have the same impact as last season, we're going to be overly critical. I'm not going to forget what he did last season. He single-handedly basically carried their attack for majority of those games.
Oh.
So Mohamed Salah today creates a clear-cut chance for Gakpo with a brilliant, number one, he dribbled the guy, got him to the byline, created a clear-cut, a tap-in for Cody Gakpo. Courtois saves, gets the ball, puts someone on the ground, and Real Madrid players are flying in front of him to block it to get the corner. Yet Mohamed Salah had a bad game. Mohamed Salah should have had the problem with you, Ahmed. If Mohamed Salah today got an assist or a goal, you would say it's only about GA. But now the performance where he actually completed some of his dribbles, about half his dribbles, created a clear cut, a tap in for Cody Gakpo. You say it's not about the performance was not good.
I never said it.
I don't know. You literally today said that today. By the way, today Cody Gakpo, the couple easiest chances of the game is the Szoboszlai chance against Courtois and the Cody Gakpo tap in that Courtois saved. And that was a pass from Mohamed Salah. Am I wrong, Tom? Am I wrong?
I've seen Mo Salah in that game go 1v1 with Alvaro, the left back, many a times. And for the majority of the 1v1 situation, Alvaro
5 times. Did you watch Michael Olise today?
I didn't watch Michael Olise.
Okay, we watched today Michael Olise. many times Michael Olise would choose to go back and pass the ball instead of dribbling when having one-on-one. It doesn't mean that Michael Olise was bad today.
Michael Olise puts in good performances irrespective to what.
And don't talk about today. Don't talk about today. Don't talk about
with
Michael Olise puts in good performances on the moon every day. Talk about today. Talk about today. Michael Olise.
You say talk about today. You say talk about today. I didn't watch Olise today.
I watched about Michael Olise. I'm telling you today. Michael
but I don't
Olise
trust
today,
the
every
judgment.
time he got Pancho today against Pancho, whatever his guy is, Pancho bodied him a couple of times. This was about 2-3 times, right? But I think that Michael Olise had a brilliant game today. You don't have to fucking dribble the guy 50 times. Saka today might not have dribbled 50 times. Saka had 4 shots on target. His penalty he scored. I thought he had a good performance today. But you don't have to not make the guy to look good.
Yeah, but when did I say you?
Because the first thing you talk about, Ahmed, is he didn't dribble the guy 10 times.
Did I not mention his
He dribbled
passing?
him 5.
Did I not mention his passing? His passing was off today. His creativity was off.
How his passing is up when he created the clearest chance of the game for Cody?
He's naming one moment out of the sample size.
Yeah, how did that takes Real Madrid out of that? That is a goal. That is a goal.
The problem, if you analyze, most of the players, even when they're having a bad game, they're still going to have a moment here and there. For the majority of the passes and for the majority of times when he was playing as a right winger, Alvaro got the better of him. I'm not saying he has to dribble and be like Messi. With Michael Olise, I've seen many a games where he makes the right decision. He's got the right weight of pass, and he does it on a consistent basis. I've seen him against Chelsea. He didn't necessarily. He did really well against Cucurella, but he didn't skin him every single time he got the ball. Sometimes he'll stop, make the right pass, or play the pass in between Cucurella. Mo Salah's weight of pass tonight wasn't good. But the thing is, because he's been bad this season and he's put in a performance where it's deemed a bit more acceptable in regards to what happened before, we're kind of overgassing it. Like he was, at best, he was average. At his best.
Well, Tom maybe can respond to that.
I think
I did all.
I think Mohamed Salah's impact on this team is because I don't inherently disagree that his passing wasn't great today. I think that there was good passes. There was more good passes than bad passes. But the biggest thing is the fact that he's just getting involved in the game more. And that brings everyone else in to the game, and everyone else plays better because he's involved in the game more. So it when people talk about how he's impacting games and how he can only impact games when he's got GA, I'm now watching him positively impact us by simply touching the ball more. Like this season, he's barely touched the ball, and the last couple of games,
well, he does better when he doesn't touch the ball. That's what I'm trying to say to you. When he's not involved in the play, he does better.
But that's not true because so many games this year he's barely touched the ball and he's been shit. And as a byproduct, Liverpool have been shit. Liverpool's best games this season, Liverpool's 4 best performances this season have been the 4 games where Mohamed Salah has touched the ball the most out of any game this season. Out of any of his games this season.
No, surprise,
Everton, Real Madrid, and Aston Villa. So he's impacting the team positively by simply touching the ball. Is he at the level he was last year in terms of, direct goals and assist impact? No. I'm going to sit there and lie and say he is. I'm going to say he's not. But he is having a positive impact on this team by simply touching the ball more, which has been very important in this last 2 games. And in that run of games early in the season where we thought we might have that little we might get over that hump, Atletico and Everton. Touched the ball. Those were 2 of the games where he touched the ball most, and we have that impact.
You said before about Salah, the team being catered to him, and we might need to move away from that, and other players might need to, we don't
need to move away from it. We just will move away from it once he leaves.
So you think if you move away from Salah, it's going to impact you positively, yeah, as a football inside?
I don't know whether it'll be positive or negative.
No, but
it will just impact us.
Or no. Do you think that Liverpool become a better football inside if you get a winger, for example, who's not going to get the assist and the goals that Salah gets here, but he will make you play better in build-up and is actually comfortable?
I can't guarantee that though, because whilst what we do now isn't perfect, it's successful. It works. It's not beautiful football. We've certainly played nicer football than this before, but this works. So I can't exactly sit there and say that we'll be better without it, because I don't know.
Can we ask you just a question for
attackers in Premier League history in this plan? So
last question.
I have no idea if we'll be better or worse.
Last question about Liverpool before we do Super Chats and just move on to the Arsenal section. Are Liverpool going to be challenging for the Champions League and the Premier League this season? Or is it too early to rule them out? Or is it too early to actually say that they are?
They've got a better win. They've got a better chance of winning the Champions League than the Premier League.
Than the Premier League?
Yeah, because we've got less ground to make up in the Champions League. There's no ground to make up
Because
in the Champions
the
League.
sample size proves it, Mo. They've been much better in the Champions League than they have in the Prem.
They actually... did
I
they?
don't think it's gone in the Premier League.
They
I
played
think,
much better in
the style of play in the Premier League is, from majority of the teams smaller down the table,
It doesn't suit them.
it is more difficult for Liverpool to play against than it is against some of these teams in the Champions League that will go toe to toe against them.
I think it
Again,
might depend on who wins
I
Man
think
City
that's
versus
the thing.
Liverpool. If whoever loses might be out.
I'm not
Depends
saying
if
Liverpool
Arsenal,
are
it
gonna-
depends on Arsenal win, though.
They'll
That's if
still
Arsenal
challenge.
win against Sunderland.
Liverpool will still challenge.
Like,
because they've got good
I don't
players.
think
but
that's going to happen.
they're not, in terms of which one is more likely, it's Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League's more likely than Premier League. Champions League's more likely than Premier League pretty much every year with Liverpool Football Club because of heritage.
I mean,
in
Champions
terms
League
of-
are more likely for everyone because the Champions League is wide open this season. Arsenal can win the Champions League. Anybody can win the
Yeah,
Champions League.
you would think
No,
that the Premier League.
the Premier
would be
League's
more
more likely for Arsenal than the Champions League.
I still think I will give Arsenal a shot in the Champions League. I don't think there's anybody stronger
I'm
than them in
not
the
saying don't
Champions
give them
League.
a shot, but if you ask me which
Based
one's
on
more
what,
likely, the Premier League.
Nah, you're talking. We'll talk about Arsenal. Yeah, you're talking about because Arsenal already made the ground on the other teams already in the Premier League. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
this
From
thing,
that perspective, I understand,
I
man.
can't rule us out. I can't rule us out of being there with the title race this year. But we need to now be faultless for a good.
you need to
period
not
of
lose
time.
against City, number one.
We
I
need to
think
be
so.
faultless for a good period of time, and that period of
Yeah.
faultlessness needs to also align with Arsenal having their own version of a wobble where they drop points in 2 or 3 games.
I don't know. They play Sunderland, they play Spurs, they play Chelsea. These are the
No,
3
but-
games. That's your
No,
hope, to be honest.
when
with
I'm sitting there saying we need to be faultless for a run, I'm not saying we need to be faultless for 2-3 games. I'm saying Liverpool now needs to do what they done in like 2022, where Liverpool went 4 months winning every single game straight.
you. No, 10 games
That's
winning
what we now
streak.
need to put the pressure on and to force the issue, should we say? Because right now it's irrelevant what we do because Arsenal
Yeah.
are under limited pressure at the minute.
I
We
hear
need to
what
be
you're saying
them
about
under
Arsenal.
pressure is what we're doing.
Let's see. Let me do these super chats. This guy is talking like Mbappe is a regular player. He's talking
Yeah.
about me.
No, he's
He's
talking
a
about Ahmed.
He's a great player, Mbappe, but to be honest, people just think that Mbappe is like Thierry Henry or
He was
Zidane.
anything
Are
but a
people
regular player
capable
today.
of-
Or any,
Are people,
all he was
are people
was a regular
actually
player, you can say.
capable of understanding what the difference is between overrated and rubbish play? I think people confuse the two. You know, when
yes, same
people-
for me. Yeah.
You know, when someone gets called overrated, it doesn't mean they're bad. It really doesn't. It's that
Is it
people
possible Mbappe is like one of the only players in world football that's designed for international football and not club football? Like
Yeah,
I
'cause
feel
that's
like
what-
he's
No, bro, no, that's not true.
Or
He
his
scores,
international team is just so good. Like, what do we
bro,
do?
he
Yeah,
scores abundance of goals in Real
Yeah, but-
Madrid and La Liga.
but look at the
Abundance,
plays.
like by the buckets. Like every single week I look and he increased by 2-3 goals.
He's played
for
with
the
world-class
campaign,
players,
bro.
Yanni. He's played with Griezmann, Pogba, Kante, flipping.
Yeah, but in La Liga, bro,
Neymar.
bro, I'm watching. When I watch some La Liga games, bro, they give him so much space. Like,
Yeah,
are you
100%.
stupid? They're like, what is this, bro? La Liga defense is wide open.
The way I see Mbappe,
Arsenal went to Athletic Bilbao and could have won like 3.
the way I see the situation with Mbappe is Kylian Mbappe is a brilliant footballer, an exceptional footballer. But Kylian Mbappe is not. Kylian Mbappe and team don't go hand in hand. Kylian Mbappe can't see himself being part of a team. Kylian Mbappe can't buy
Yeah.
into a team.
100%.
So you know how I likened to Ousmane Dembele last year. I thought the same for Ousmane Dembele before PSG, and then
And
I saw
then-
him buy into being in a team and doing his role in the team. Kylian Mbappe won't sacrifice himself and his personal goals and his output for the betterment of the team. So you have to. I feel like if you want to talk about Mbappe and you're wanting to build with Mbappe, you are building in spite of Mbappe rather than with him.
I said that
One
before.
second, one
I
second.
dislike Mbappe because he's a diva, and I don't think he cares about anyone but himself. He doesn't care about the team. He doesn't care about anybody. I think he only cares about
That's
himself.
not even remotely true.
That's what I see.
I think
That's
what
what
we're
I
doing
see.
here. No.
Of course, the
Mbappe,
guy's going to be different. in this one.
Mbappe I feel like number one, what Tom said about Mbappe is only really because Real Madrid is not balanced. When he was at PSG, when he was at what do you call it, Monaco, he was doing more than just what he.
Against PSG, he was a ball watcher the majority of the time until the ball get to him. Many times he would stop running because the ball is not passed to him.
Bro, so when Neymar was there and he first came, he was humble. He was doing everything. Now that he's a superstar and he's gotten to a level where he's the main guy, I feel like we're taking this whole Mbappe stuff too far, guys.
I think he's a diva. I
honestly do think we're taking Mbappe thing too far. It's really down to the managers who he worked with, and they tried to get some.
He worked with every single manager. Never worked hard. Every single manager, he never worked hard. Even with Xabi Alonso, he doesn't work hard. Ancelotti couldn't. Luis Enrique couldn't. Nobody could. No, Egal. You're gonna have to admit it. That guy only cares about himself. He's a diva.
Last season, I seen everyone praising Mo Salah for not doing as much work.
Egal, I seen your.
He did. That's a difference. Mohamed Salah. Actually, factually, you're wrong. Because in the Premier League last season, Mohamed Salah created the most big chances in the league and had the most assists. Factually, you're wrong. That means he works for the rest of the team.
When you guys
you're comparing someone that had the most assists, created the most big chances last season in the Premier League to someone. So I don't think he works for the rest of the team.
He
only works for himself.
In the history of football, I'm sorry. In the history of football, there's talented players that the rest of the team carry up and help out.
Okay, let's name those players.
Name them.
Because when it comes to your attacking output and what you do to help win games, sometimes the other guys around the team are the water carriers, are the runners.
Did Ronaldo defend
for you? Now,
yes, he did.
Exactly. And is he not clear of Mbappe?
Okay, I can't get a word.
It's not even a comparison.
Why is Mbappe not?
Point is very simple. You guys are being extremely harsh on Mbappe.
Neymar at Barcelona used to defend. Suarez used to defend.
Bro,
we're talking about killing Mbappe. Bergkamp used to go back to the midfield. Thierry Henry used to get involved.
No, this is why I'm not having it from Miguel. I've seen his tweets, bro. Mbappe's on fraud watch. I've seen them tweets. Yeah,
bro.
I've seen them. They're right in front of me, bro.
Attackers in football history are not asked to defend.
You said he's on fraud watch.
I think there is a handful of players in the history of the sport.
Egal, it's not solely down to will he defend, because
what are you showing me?
It's not solely down to will Kylian Mbappe defend. If you what I said. Will Kylian Mbappe sacrifice his personal gain for the team? I mean, in terms of how the team.
That's not a Kylian Mbappe problem. That's the manager problem.
No, that's a Kylian Mbappe problem.
No, that's not the manager in the club. It's a
Kylian Mbappe problem.
One second.
Kylian Mbappe.
We don't sit here
demanding things.
Bro. You literally sat here earlier and was talking about Liverpool having trying to fit all their players in. I think Real Madrid have the same problem, but even worse. They have two of the best left wingers on the same team.
They didn't need Kylian
Mbappe. What's so hard to understand? You have an imbalanced team. You have
the reason why there's no balance. The reason why there's no balance in this Madrid team is because they bought Mbappe. So they didn't need him.
But that's not Mbappe's fault.
Bro, it is, bro.
I don't know why do you like Mbappe that much?
Bro, because Mbappe is a great player.
You said he's on fraud watch on Twitter.
What's he good at?
He's on fraud watch.
What like? Is he a great dribbler?
Egal TV.
Mbappe is single-handedly one of the best players in football right now, and for you guys to sit here and to criticize him to this level is laughable. He's top 3.
Can I ask you something? Would you take Harry Kane today or Kylian Mbappe? Today,
Kylian Mbappe 10 times.
You're asking an Arsenal fan. Let me just be honest.
I'm being guys in the chat. I'm being over. To see the difference between them guys are 8 years in age, 7 or 8 years in age, something like this. So one of them is born in 91 or 92, and the other one.
Okay.
You're taking today Kylian Mbappe over Harry Kane today.
Yes.
Okay. Shall I tell you why that's nonsense, right?
I would take it for the future because Harry Kane will get older and he won't be able to play for the next 5 years.
Bro.
This season,
stylistically, yeah. Okay, when Vinny was cooking with Karim Benzema, was we not saying that he's the best left winger in this position and Ballon d'Or? Was we not saying that? Yes or no? We were saying that, correct? Vinny,
right? More people say Kylian Mbappe today.
Okay, stylistically, yeah. Who's closer to Benzema, Harry Kane or Karim Benzema or Mbappe?
Mbappe is not an out-and-out striker.
Bro,
He's a winger.
which one is
playing-
stylistically better? Which one? Harry Kane stylistically better, yeah?
Harry Kane. Ahmed, the answer to you is Harry Kane. You
Okay,
guys just go with
Harry
him.
Kane,
I want to see
Mbappe is not a full-out striker.
The only thing that Kylian Mbappe has, the only thing that Mbappe has over Harry Kane is pace and physicality, bro. Harry Kane's a better passer, better
Harry Kane,
finisher.
physicality.
No. I said
Mad.
Mbappe has only physicality and pace. Mbappe has
he's got
pace. And
Only
physicality.
pace. Let's
That's
just
it.
say that. Only pace.
Only pace. Only
Not
pace.
even physicality. First touch,
Harry
dribbling,
Kane's got a better
vision,
physicality.
passing, finishing, header.
Harry
Harry
Kane is
Kane.
better. Harry Kane is better at everything at football than Kylian
Apart from
Mbappe.
pace, which
apart
is
from
that
running,
God gives you pace. You know?
which is genetics.
That's not a
So
football.
are you guys all sitting here just saying Kylian Mbappe shit? Like, what is this?
Oh, so
no,
now,
we're
now,
not
now-
saying that. So none of
No,
us.
so what? So I'm
No,
simply
that's
saying,
that.
Kylian Mbappe being in a team that's imbalanced is not on him. For example, today,
He has
let's-
made the
let's
team
look
imbalanced.
let's look at the Liverpool the team that Liverpool faced today. The Real Madrid team that Liverpool faced today, the right-hand side had Valverde and Camavinga. Am I wrong?
Yes. To compensate for Kylian Mbappe and Vinny Jr.
the team is built for
This is
Mbappe.
how bad it is.
God.
Xabi Alonso today.
But wasn't he just using the same argument against Salah? He said that
Anyone-
that Salah was
Yes.
holding the team back, but Mbappe does that for Real Madrid because he's not a
Exactly,
good enough striker and
exactly.
he's not a good enough winger. He can't do either
Exactly.
of those positions. He's more of like
Exactly.
an inside forward.
Like,
Mbappe is
if the manager had to adapt, I'm sorry, today I'm watching Real Madrid play Liverpool. That right side of Real
Dead.
Madrid is
Dead.
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 And
Dead.
the only reason why he had to do this, because he has two players that don't get involved at all when Real Madrid don't have the ball. Zero contribution to the game. Ball watchers, bro, like me. Liverpool
the only
has
thing
the ball
Vinicius
just like
done-
me.
The only thing Vinicius done off the ball was get himself booked within 10 minutes, so then he couldn't do anything else the rest of the game. Otherwise, he'd get sent off.
So he
I
doesn't
don't think
exactly-
people are listening, you know. People aren't listening. We're not saying Mbappe's a dead player, but the thing is, he has not improved this Real Madrid team. He has gotten goals. He has gotten amazing numbers. Statistically, he looks quality. But as a team and as a cohesion and how Madrid play football against the higher oppositions in the Champions League, their team is not
The guy is
good
losing
enough.
his head.
It is literally built for killing
Yeah.
Mbappe. You're talking about it's the manager's fault. You do realize that Xabi Alonso comes out of press conferences and says, we have to create more chances for Mbappe. He's on penalties. He's got creators around him. He eats, no one else eats. What do you mean, bro? This is his team. It's his team. Bro, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And Vinny's fall off here only stemmed from when Mbappe came in. No one was talking about how crap Vinny was. It only came in when Mbappe came. There's no balance in the attack. We've seen Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinny all occupy the left wing position in one game. I've seen
Someone
Kylian
says Igal sees through you, Mo.
bro.
What
I've
do you
seen
mean he sees through me?
Mo,
He sees
Mo.
through all of us, so all of us
Mo.
are absolutely idiots.
I feel like
And
we're
Igal
running
is the only
out
one
now.
that knows
Right.
football out of
Mo,
all
you
of
know-
us.
Mo, you know how you said, yeah, that Kylian Mbappe was not pressing for PSG? Wallahi, I remember there was a game where PSG were on the attack. I think the right-hand side, I think it was Hakimi.
Yes, the
Okay.
ball didn't go to him.
And he did,
didn't even-
and he went like this.
The guy turned his back on his
Yeah.
team and walked the other way
Yeah.
because the ball didn't go to him.
Exactly.
What kind of football
One
man you
second.
want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
be honest.
like this?
Yeah, akhi,
One
you've
second,
got
one second.
Wallahi, if
Can
that
I be
happens
honest?
in my team, I would want the guy to leave.
One second. One
Oh, I
second.
gotta shoot now.
Kylian Mbappe is being
Big up, bro.
asked to be different from Lewandowski, Haaland, Kane, all these guys who are also strikers or are whatever you guys want to call, are also playing in a similar position to him and have been scoring goals for the last couple of years. But only Mbappe is being asked to do everything and being
What-
criticized for everything else
Everything
that's wrong
for
with his
what?
team.
Are we gonna talk
I
about
don't
Arsenal
see-
or no?
I don't
we can
see.
talk about
There is
I don't see
there is
last
a
season-
lot to talk about from the
last
Arsenal.
season-
There is a lot to
La-
talk about.
No. The reason there's a big difference. I need to get this out. Last season, when they were falling off, everyone was saying they miss Rodri, they miss this. No one was dunking on Haaland week in, week out. When it comes to Kane coming short for Spurs, nobody was saying he's been the problem. They're saying, you know what, the rest of the team's the problem. Whenever anything goes wrong with a team that Lewandowski's on that doesn't get over the line, he's not the issue.
Harry Kane makes the plays around them
I
better.
think-
and he
I
him
think-
insane.
I think Mbappe has become villainized to a disgusting level from when he was leaving PSG to
I
now
think
that
this
he's
might
at
be
Real
Mbappe's
Madrid.
age.
And it's gotten to a point where we're sitting here criticizing him for the team not having balance that the board of Real Madrid have to do. They have to do better to fix
Why
that
you
team.
shifted
The
board?
manager has to do better to get the best out of those players. And you're criticizing him for being
the board. Legal. The board wanted Mbappe for the longest. Their objective was always to get Kylian Mbappe. Commercially, he does.
And they got him, but they didn't seem to have a plan on how they're going to fix the squad.
They never had a plan in the first place. They just got it because on paper it's mad, and he's a massive name in football. He's got to get the numbers right. I'm not saying he's a dead player, but they just got Mbappe purely because of commercial value and how.
We talk about. Can we move on from this shit now? We talk about Arsenal.
Yeah, bro. I don't know why he's dying for it.
I don't know why you're down on that hill, bro. I don't know why you're down on that hill, the Mbappe hill.
You guys are making him.
I don't know why you like him that much. He's not joining Arsenal ever in his life.
Kylian Mbappe is one of the top 5 best players in the world right now. Forget about that. Top 3. He's top 3. He's top 3 best attacking players in the world right now. Why are we acting like? Why are we acting like he's some?
He is. He is. Nobody. He is.
Is
he better than Yamal? Is he better than Kane?
He's not better than Kane or Yamal.
He's better than Kane. He's better than Haaland.
Is he better than Haaland? Better than Haaland?
Yeah.
Now?
Kylian
Mbappe
better
than Haaland?
1 second. Let me just give it to you this way. Erling Haaland doesn't get service. He's not getting a goal. Kylian Mbappe, you give him the ball, move out of the way, he's getting a goal.
And then he loses the ball and never works
Where's
back.
he getting that goal?
Get it? See the difference between both? Like Erling Haaland, you don't give him service, he doesn't get a goal. You give Kylian Mbappe the ball.
I think Mbappe is a better player. I think Mbappe is a better player than Haaland, yeah, but Yamal.
Kylian Mbappe will create for himself. Erling Haaland doesn't create for himself on a regular basis.
Nobody denies that.
So who's the better player?
Between who?
Haaland and Mbappe.
So can I ask you something for real? If you're asking Pep Guardiola, last question, people. If you're asking Pep Guardiola tomorrow, I'm gonna let Martin answer this. If I'm asking Pep Guardiola tomorrow, in your opinion, Martin, to take a striker tomorrow, replace Mbappe with Haaland, would he do that?
No.
Why?
Because his team.
Well, at this point, his whole team's built around Haaland. But I think my issue with Mbappe is that there's so few situations where I'm actually concerned about him scoring a goal, like on his own. Like he always gets the ball. He used to score when he beat the last man. He was running off the shoulder and he'd just outpace them and score. But if you give it to the ball inside, he doesn't seem to have the technical ability to dribble 3 men and put it top bins or whatever. He'll try and shoot. And maybe that's why I find him really annoying, and because the amount of times he actually loses the ball versus the value of him, and then you can talk about how many goals he gets versus smaller teams versus big teams. Like I don't see Real Madrid as a threat with Mbappe up the front, with that whole Nvidia situation going on.
Bro, if Arsenal play this team, they're cooked. They're fucking cooked, bro. They're cooked. I'm telling you, cooked.
Atletico Madrid slapped Madrid.
1 second. But Mo, my point is there's a team, but one individual player can still be great in that team.
He is a very good player. Amazing player.
And I think if you take that player...
I don't like divas. I think they hurt the teams. Because
I don't necessarily
this is why, you know the reason why you like Arteta and I like Arteta, Igal? Because he makes a team together. I don't like divas, bro. I don't like players that walk around on the pitch. I don't like Mbappe when he turns his back on his teammate because they don't pass him the ball. I don't fucking want this, bro.
As long I don't agree with that.
The only player that I would like to have in the history of the sport that would do this for me is Leo Messi. Nobody else can do this because even Neymar worked with PSG. Mbappe thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread in the history of the sport, bro. And he's not. I can name you in the history of the sport probably about 30 to 40 players that will come ahead of him in the modern history of the sport. We can do this the other day. There is a lot of people that are ahead. He thinks he's the best thing that ever happened to France. He is not. There are a lot of other players ahead of him. He thinks.
You know what happens in life? You build somebody up and you break them down. Right now, we're 26 years old. I feel like he's at the phase of his career where people just want to hate on him. I don't like it.
And someone, JJ here thinks that I'm jealous of Mbappe. So why I'm not jealous of Salah? Why I'm not jealous of Isak? Why I'm not jealous of Haaland? Why I'm not jealous of Saka? Why I'm not jealous of Michael Olise, Harry Kane? Why do you think Mbappe? If you think I'm jealous of Mbappe, why? Why not even Vinny Jr.? So why?
And Vinny Jr. has credit.
Why? I'm not. Me and Mbappe even are not even in the same stratosphere in terms of like. Well, he doesn't even know my name.
And
So
Vinny
I would
Jr.
be
has a
jealous
Vinny Jr.
of someone that I don't know.
What's
He
it
doesn't
right
even
now,
know
bro?
my name, bro.
And Vinny Jr. has credit in the bank for Madrid, them 2 Champions Leagues, and he's got credit, big credit in the bank, a huge credit. Let's not forget what Vinny was doing for his club. Yeah, let's not forget. So,
I've always not liked divas in football. That is just my thing. I like team players that worked hard for the team. This is why one of the people that I didn't like is Ibrahimovic, for example. I didn't like him, Ibrahimovic. I didn't like him that much. That's just me. Right? I like people that work. Like Neymar for MSN and Luis Suarez, even though I don't like Luis Suarez personally because of what he did, I think they worked really hard for the team. And that is something I admire. I like people that are talented because I think the people that are talented and work hard, like Angel Di Maria, work really hard. Eden Hazard used to work. Fabregas used to work. You know, like these players are amazing. David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne used to work. I like players that are talented and work hard because it makes them better. Anyway, let me do the super chats because we need to speak about Arsenal. It's an hour, 5 minutes, and we haven't even mentioned Arsenal on the show, right? This Liverpool guys are smug. VP, you didn't have to, VIP, you don't have to like insult people. Thank you for the super chat, but you don't have to insult people. He's saying this Mbappe guy's a regular player. No, he's not. Mbappe starts in any team literally, and I'm an Arsenal fan. Madrid is just overhyped.
he walks into that Madrid team, but no one is. I mean, sorry, into the Arsenal team, but no one is saying that he's not a good player. I think people just watch the show with like earphones on and low volume. Respectfully, innit? I'm not trying to bring up the comments in it, but
I think he's a very good player. I'm not denying that he's not a bad player.
yeah, but he walks into Martinelli, you know, of course.
If you're asking me tomorrow, but the thing about it is that he would start because for Arsenal, he's not Gyökeres and him are not in the same stratosphere. For Bayern, I don't think he starts. He has to go to the left winger, right? To be honest,
over Diaz, fair enough.
Over Diaz. For Man City, I don't think he starts up top. He will have to go to the left. I don't think he would. He will have to go to the left. For Chelsea, because Chelsea have Delap and João Pedro, he would start across the front line because the front line is not the greatest, right? And for Liverpool, yeah, he might start over left side over Gakpo. That has nothing to do with it. It's just everything is the teams are weak. Gakpo has been your most dangerous players. Gakpo has been. They want to sacrifice Gakpo because he's not a big name. I'm telling you, Liverpool fans want to sacrifice Gakpo because he isn't the biggest name. By the way, facts. But Gakpo has been arguably their best forward this season, but they can sacrifice him. Omar is saying Mo cooked him more than Yamal did. Mo cooked that guy, probably yes, more than Yamal did, to be honest. In the Clasico, Fonz is saying Ahmed is the guy who has the Salah. What a bad game tweet ready 30 minutes before kickoff. Ahmed, you have to admit you just hate Salah. You have to admit.
No, I just think he's a average footballer.
Okay. Average is crazy. Mbappe left PSG and they won the Champions League. Just saying. Yeah. When they moved to be a team, when everyone praised PSG for being a team, not the same manager, not individuals.
The same manager, by the way, who had MSN, told Mbappe, you have to do more for the team. Crazy, but don't worry though.
Crazy. Alonso needs to do what Enrique does at PSG with a rotating front three. Would be more effective using Mbappe and co. Yes, he plays with front two. The problem is I don't think he starts with front three. That's why he has this imbalanced team to compensate for Mbappe and Vinny, my friend. Always. What has Mbappe accomplished at club level? Because someone tell me what has Mbappe accomplished at club level.
Cold, trim, and being French.
He won multiple league titles in France. He also won the league title with Monaco. He took Monaco to a Champions League. What was it? Quarterfinal?
Yes.
He won the World Cup. He's been to a Euros
club
final.
level.
All right. I already mentioned all the stuff that he did club level.
France.
If you want to name domestic trebles,
all of it is France. All of it is France. PSG would have. By the way, Mbappe before Mbappe.
Bro, it's his first year in Spain. Like, what do we?
It's a second year. Mbappe.
No, but his second year is just starting.
Before PSG, before Mbappe, PSG won. After Mbappe, PSG even won better. Let me just move on from it. Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's move on from it. And I don't know why he's a like I don't know why you're dying on the Mbappe hell. I don't understand.
I like Mbappe. I don't like the fact that Mbappe is getting shit on a regular basis. but then other people get a pass. I don't like it.
Like who?
By the way, on this Mbappe thing, I actually get what Ahmed, Martin, and Mo are saying, but at the same time, that question's just disingenuous. He did a lot for Monaco. I know what Mo's saying about if he
Bernardo
wasn't
Silva
there.
did the same for Monaco. They won the league.
Yeah, that's not relevant to the
Bernardo
question.
Silva
though,
was
because
not as
asking
much
about
of an
Mbappe.
impact.
And anyway, the point is that I know what you're saying about they would have won despite of him, but the fact he was there and he won, you can't ignore that.
They won more
Sorry.
after him. Anyway, long story short.
You're disingenuous.
I just think wait, Mo, just before we go on, I think there's a few players like this, like a Bruno Fernandes, where they're like objectively a very good player, but it may be very hard to build a winning team around them, and you won't know until you try, right? But it's just one of those things.
He is generational, but he's very overrated as well. Mbappe, apparently, that's the guy said.
Gakpo hasn't been better than Ekitike or Chiesa. Gakpo has been better than Ekitike. And Chiesa's not even a starter, Ridlan Teranga. Does anybody disagree with this? That Gakpo has been their best forward this season?
Ekitike's been better.
Ekitike has been good. I'm not saying that, but Gakpo has been more consistent. And remember, Ekitike is in and out of the team when Isak came in. Anyway, long story short, for Arsenal, no striker, no problem. I'm going to say a statement. I think the toughest team to play in the world now is fucking Arsenal, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. It's getting to a point that it's just hard to play Arsenal. I know that it's Slavia Prague and everything. It's just tough. You know, Slavia Prague got a one shot on target, which was deflected of Gabriel's tackle in minute 95, right?
Yeah, does that count? I'm still celebrating this no shots on targets thing. Like, it's been 5 games now, basically, no shots on target. But sometimes they just kicked it out for a goal kick because they got scared. They didn't know what to do when they got close to the goal. I feel like everyone's defeating themselves mentally before they even get close to our goal.
Yes, I genuinely believe that Slavia Prague went to the pitch defeated before the game even started. It's actually getting to a point that I think it's ridiculous. I'm not sure if it's a win brings a win, but that's 8 clean sheets in a row. 8. You guys are like, understanding this, 8 clean sheets is a lot of clean sheets for Arsenal. And today, by the way, no Zubamendi, no striker. Hincapia started on that left, you know. Eze didn't play. Nwaneri played, you know what I mean? And it looks same. It looks like the same. I'm not sure. Bro, this is... Bro, they played... How many? They played like 15 games, considered 3
does that not
goals.
prove? Does that
Oh,
not
it's
prove?
also 10 games. It's also 10 games.
3?
It's 10 wins in a row. 1 goal conceded.
Not 10 wins. You cannot.
Yeah.
What?
Since the game versus City where we drew, we've won 10 games in a row.
Was it Newcastle game after City? Newcastle.
Yes. Yes. Newcastle after City.
Yeah.
So was the League Cup game versus Port Vale. So those 2 games don't get included in the 8 games, no goals conceded. But if you include them, that's 10 games, no losses, no draws.
It's not. Actually, yes. In 10 games, you conceded only 1 goal. That's it.
Yep.
That's Newcastle goal. That's about it.
Yep.
I'm not sure. It feels like this is Arsenal's year, to be honest. They feel like the strongest team currently. I don't know. Ahmed, you were going to say something. You don't like it. You know, Ahmed, you don't like it. You don't like it. I know that.
Yeah, I don't like Arsenal fans. 100%. I'll admit it. I don't like Arsenal fans. I don't like Arsenal as a club. Yeah, they're my rivals. But what I'm going to say, big up to Egal and Martin, though. I've got
big up.
Yeah. But with Egal, it depends what day I'm feeling, isn't it? But anyway, regardless, yeah. with Arsenal, it just proves that even if they don't play their main team and they switch it around, they don't have that many main players in there, is that Arteta's system is still very solid. Like, they're very difficult to break down. You don't really concede that many chances. And this is why I emphasize so much on having good coaches and good managers and not always having to rely on players individually on a consistent basis, which is what I complain about United and what they do for the longest. Having a good coach can take you, even though they've not really won anything, but they are solid as a team. If they do win this league title, right, and they continue on playing like this, even though it's not the most entertaining to watch on the eye, but if they get it over the line, I'll be real. If I'm playing like this and I won the Premier League, I couldn't give 2 Scoobies in it, as long as I'm getting the results, right? I'm not going to complain about a style as much as I like it if I get something out of it towards the end. But obviously, we're going to say that Arsenal are the favourites right now. It is only 10 games, and the Champions League, I think their toughest team that they've played so far is Atletico, and they slapped them. you still need to wait in it until they play against the harder teams, because they're still PSG, regardless whether they lost. There's still other teams that can do something with better attackers, like Barcelona. We've got Bayern, PSG, Liverpool in the mix. But it's looking good for the minute. Like, you know, they're a good side. I've never once said, that Arsenal are not a good team. And I've never said that Arteta is not a good coach. I've said consistently they don't have difference makers, and Arteta ain't the guy to get them over the line. I've said that for years. So there's no agendas in it, but
you don't think that Arteta's the guy to take them over the line still?
I have said that for a very long time, and I'm going to remain consistent. I'm not just going to...
Why?
Why Arteta? Because just based off sample size on what he's done for the past...
So let me tell you, I did a video about this yesterday, about what the difference between us as fans and what Steve Bruce have said about Arsenal. When he was asked about Arsenal, this is what he said. He actually said that because they came second 3 years in a row, I am picking them this season to get over the hurdle of that last part. He said that he thinks they learn from that. They learned from the year before and they learned from last year. He spun it to a positive. And instead of saying that because they didn't get over the line, I don't think they will get over the line. He said the opposite. And that goes to what City did, by the way. Remember, City reached the Champions League final. Basically, Pep Guardiola tinkered and they lost to Chelsea. Well, Chelsea deserved that win. Basically, they reached a Champions League semi-final and they looked better than Real Madrid for over 170 minutes, and they got knocked out. They looked better than Lyon and got knocked out. They looked better than Monaco and got knocked out. And they always do that, right? Until Pep Guardiola got it the right way and he won. Every year, by the way, City win to the Champions League favorites, right? I'm saying that I'm going to stay on the positive side for Arsenal and say that most likely he'll learn, not the other way around. And he now knows how to handle the pressure at the end of the season. I wouldn't say that, no, they didn't get over the line, so they're going to collapse. No, I don't think so. I don't see it this way.
In the sense that, like, we've made all the mistakes that there is to make, it feels like, and that is all burned into our recent memory, and that if any of these players don't know exactly what the deal is, you know, you've got to ignore the pressure. You've got to win every game. Focus on the next match only, nothing else. You know, and just win the league by Christmas rather than getting into like a complicated title race at the end of this season. So I think that's what we're trying to do this year. And the fact that we're not conceding goals just makes it very hard to analyze. It feels like we're never going to concede a goal for infinity, but obviously that's happening. And whoever scores against us will probably be celebrated like a national hero in England for a while because they scored a goal against Arsenal. But it's just an extra thing that we're doing, which we weren't doing before. Like, we never really mastered this in any of the previous 3 attempts, was to have perfect defense. So I think they've just got to focus on what our strengths are, and that is not conceding goals and scoring whoever we have to get the first 1-0 and then manage the game from there. No crazy trials with Southampton.
Go ahead. It's open.
I thought we were talking about Chelsea. I thought we were doing Chelsea preview, so I jumped on.
I'm just going to say this about
Chelsea preview. Why would you do? You play Karabakh, my friend. You're expected to win 10-0, bro. If you don't win 10-0, you did it wrong. Karabakh. You're playing Karabakh.
Hold on. Whatever. My question to you, Mo, yeah. You said about Steve Bruce. Arsenal fans have different opinions why they didn't win the league last 3 years. Was it 3 years? 4.
Why do you think they didn't win the league last season before you ask me?
No, I don't know. I want to ask you because you said that you do believe. So I want to ask, because Arsenal fans, I've spoken to many doing content.
Go ahead, ask.
Genuinely,
ask away.
Yeah, genuinely, they don't have the same answer. Some of them say it's a manager.
You want to ask me? I'm not an Arsenal fan, number one.
Yeah, that's I'm asking you because I know Ahmed would be.
You want to ask? You want to ask me?
You have 2 Arsenal fans on the panel. You don't want to ask them?
No, the reason I'm not asking Arsenal fans is because Ahmed, literally, I've spoken to about
Arsenal is more reasonable.
Probably about 30 Arsenal fans, and I probably haven't heard 3 of them say the same answer. Genuinely.
Do you wanna?
Yes, I want a neutral.
It's very for me a very simple thing. Arsenal had a lot of injuries, and Liverpool Salah was absolutely amazing, and Arne Slot took the team, did small adjustments, and even if Arsenal played good, I think that Liverpool would have won it, right? Last season.
So to not at that answer, Liverpool better than Arsenal.
Last season, Liverpool were definitely, Arteta played a little bit more cautious, and he didn't have the weapons to actually play cautious. That's why I think Liverpool won it.
Did you expect it with last season?
No, I didn't.
Liverpool had no right to win that league. Till this
day.
No,
they did. They did.
They
You're
were on
wrong.
90-point pace.
You're wrong. Okay, factually, you're wrong. I'm going to tell you why.
Who did you have winning that season before?
See, hold on. See,
Who?
there is when people don't understand the point when people say that, yeah, but Liverpool had no right. Liverpool had all the right to win the Premier League when they had a player that literally broke the Premier League record historically to have the best ever season. Hold on. In the beginning, none of us, including myself, expected Mohamed Salah to break Thierry Henry's record, Alan Shearer record, everyone's record, and have the best season ever. No one, right? For him to do this, that gives Liverpool the right to win the league. In hindsight, Ahmed, if Mohamed Salah didn't have that season and Liverpool won the league with 75 points, you can say, and Liverpool looked bad until March, Ahmed, Liverpool had one loss. And you're telling me they don't... One loss.
Arsenal, were about what? 9-10 points of Liverpool. The only reason why Liverpool won the league is because Arsenal drew so many games. They drew bad games.
No, not only. See, that is wrong. Because Liverpool had Ahmed, Liverpool only lost one game in the beginning, like 28 games or something like this. Just one game, bro.
Mo, the only thing I would say is the only argument I understand your answer, and I don't really care for your Arsenal fans' answer because that's not really the point.
Can I give you an answer? We had no fit
attack. You asked me a question and then you don't care?
No, you have to answer. You cannot do this. You cannot do this.
Because I need to go in. So I want to say my point. Martin. Okay, Martin can say.
Yeah.
No, both of them. What is it? Have some respect, Martin.
I wanted to say my question to them too as well. That's why I want to move on.
What is it? We don't want to move on.
Yeah, I was going to say to the Arsenal fans, the only thing I would say, or to get their opinion, is
that yes, it's a chess show.
It's always a chess show, man. But the only thing I would say is that the only problem I have is, despite how good Arsenal have been the past 9 games, conceding no goals, which is sick, the defense, the goal scoring open play does need to improve, but you're still scoring goals. I'm not going to hate on it. Chelsea, the same thing. I wouldn't be complaining, but I still question that to some degree. The only issue I have is I don't think Liverpool and City are just going to be like this the whole season. That's my only thing. I genuinely believe even Chelsea, not to the same level, but I think City and Liverpool improve. Now, whether that will be enough to surmount new...
Before the answer, can I ask a question? Before the answer. But it's a yes or no question, right? Before you get
answer it. Yeah, answer it.
Do you think Arsenal improve? It's not that deep.
I can't see.
It's not that deep.
The reason why I say no. The reason why I say no. I'll tell you why.
You say no. You don't think Arsenal can improve?
Can I explain why? How logical is it, Ahmed, Martin, and Gal, for Arsenal to concede no goals in the next 10 games?
All right. Can I reverse this?
Go ahead.
What's more likely to happen?
1 second. Yeah. Odegaard's our chief creator. He's out. Our backup striker's out in Havertz. Our backup striker's out in Jesus. Gyökeres just got injured. We have Madueke coming back. We also, if I'm not mistaken, all these attackers coming back gives us more squad depth, gives us more attacking prowess, and it allows us to then have more rotation against tired legs later on in the games, and we can definitely then kill off games a lot easier. I'm not necessarily worried about us leaning on our defense, which is our strength. I'm actually looking at our attack, saying our attack is going to get better as we get more of these key players back. So as much as everyone is looking at Arsenal's defense being good, can it sustain? I think the defense is the last thing you should be questioning. The attack, if you're going to question the attack, we're going to be getting a lot of our better play. We're going to be getting a lot of our better attacking players back.
No, I have a very good argument against that. Absolutely unbelievable. It just came to my head, Chaz. Oh my God! Number one, the defense. No, but against you, because you said no. Objectively, the defense can sustain this because Chelsea did it before. Chelsea did it before. So historically, Arsenal can. I'm not saying break the record, but Arsenal can end the season with only 15.
You just use.
No, hold on. But it's quarter of the season. Arsenal conceded 3 goals, right? Arsenal can finish the season with 15, 18 goals conceded. That won't break the record.
I never said
that wouldn't break the record.
I never said
they will definitely concede goals. Realistically, I don't think City might not improve because
can I speak about the game today? because I feel like the show has been hijacked. Let me just say this.
Yeah, by you with Mbappe.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
Arsenal have been dominant in Europe and in the Premier League, and a lot of people don't like that. But the fact of the matter is, defensively we've not been able. No one's been able to really break us down. We've been so good that it's not about conceding goals anymore. Martin said it himself. It's about conceding shots. We get angry about conceding shots now. That's how good our defense has been. Set pieces. Once again, it's not only about scoring goals from set pieces. We got a penalty today from a set piece. That's unlocked a new way to score from set pieces.
Yeah, we earned a set piece with another set piece. I feel like
Gal, are you a numbers guy?
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
He's taking the piss. Just let him finish.
Saka got on the goal sheet. It was nice to see Moreno, who's our fourth choice striker, has now scored 10 Arsenal goals. Can you believe that? He's only been here for just over 55 games, and he's already scored 10 goals as a midfielder / auxiliary striker. It's very strange. This season alone, he's been killing it for Spain. So it's nice for him to finally start bagging in some goals for Arsenal. And my overall thing is, I don't think we mentioned it once. 15-year-old Max Daumann getting a game in the Champions League, being the youngest ever player in Champions League history. Another record being broken. 10 games undefeated. Arsenal now having the most consecutive clean sheets in the club's history under Mikel Arteta, 8 in a row. What else is there? The first English side in Champions League history to go 4 games, not a goal conceded, and win all 4 of them.
So the only thing I would say, I hear all these stats, they're all really cute.
No, but he's a stats guy.
No. Ahmed, he's not a stats guy because I haven't heard one stat about Saka's misbehavior. What's
misbehavior?
What's Saka been doing on the football pitch recently?
There was a stat about Saka. He actually broke.
But what does that have to do with misbehavior?
Player.
I think.
Wait.
Why can't I have my point?
No, but you misspoke. You misspoke. Correct yourself, please.
He set a record for being the first Arsenal player to get an assist in 4 away games in a row. So that's what.
No, I was more
misbehavior. I think you're talking about Chelsea players kicking people, right?
I don't understand what you mean misbehavior. I didn't.
Yeah, I meant to say
poor play,
poor form. Yeah. But I use a different way of saying it.
Oh,
the English is too much. I should have spoke layman terms. Sorry, guys.
So you think Saka has been poor? That's why you.
Yeah, Martin, I should have been a bit more blasé with it and just said the F word or S word. But anyway, I don't swear like that. But anyway, Mo, what I was going to say was, just to round off on Agal's lovely speech about 10 clean sheets and all that rhetoric. The only problem is like I've said, here's the problem with these stats. Yeah. The problem is the group stage is a group stage in the Champions League. So you can have this stat.
League phase now,
you can. Wait, do you want to speak or do you?
No, I was just correcting you. It's called league phase.
Gotcha.
Because sorry, I don't know whether to speak or not. Because
no, you haven't been in the Champions League for a while, so I get it. It's called league phase now.
I've won it more times than you.
Yeah, but not this iteration.
Well, no, guys,
this is so silly. Yeah, isn't it, Mo? Anyway, I'm gonna finish up.
Children, please.
Back to these.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
guys, please, can we move on?
Yeah.
I want to hear what he's about to say about Saka. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that.
What's going on?
No,
wait, who's speaking here? Every time I go to speak,
can I do it for you, Shez? Because it's oozing out of me, innit, bro? Can I just say it? I just want to say it.
I was going to talk about Saka's performance.
Let me just say it, yeah. Bukayo Saka, has been very underwhelming for the longest, innit? Let's just say it as it is, yeah. He's been very poor for his standard, innit, yeah? For the standard that you guys put in, he's not been good enough. You're a numbers man. You like your stats. I'm pretty sure he's not got an assist in like 21 games. He's got one non-penalty goal in 1 in 16. So that's a stat for you. That's a stat. I don't like stats, but I'm using it against you. Bukayo Saka, you're winning games. You're doing really well. Everyone's gave you your flowers. No one's coming here with agendas. But Bukayo Saka has been abysmal.
Can I tell you something? Aren't you scared? Aren't you scared?
Scared of what?
Because we're winning.
So Ahmed, his response to your point was, "Are you scared?"
I just gave you points.
Aren't you scared? Aren't you scared?
Mo, this is the double. More like Palmer when Palmer had no GA.
But he's using. But I'm sorry, Igal is using your argument.
Aren't
said
you
that
scared?
Liverpool. You
We
said
are
that Liverpool will
performing so
improve.
well with all these players.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it's Martinelli performing,
So he's
like this,
agreeing
come on,
with
come on
you.
in.
So hold on. So
No,
there is a point
I
here.
never
So hold
said
on.
I never said that Liverpool, Man City improving doesn't mean Arsenal won't improve.
You
My
literally said no.
point-
I asked
no,
you
no,
a
no.
question. You literally said
My
no.
point was
I can go back in the
my
chat.
point was the defense. I don't think will be the same. So I don't think Arsenal's defense
Based
will be.
on what? You're chatting
Bro,
nonsense.
Can I just keep talking so they've been interrupted every 2
No,
minutes?
but when
on
you're
that
talking
really weird
shit, somebody's
comment?
gonna interrupt you.
But
Can
dude,
we-
he's not even debunked what I said, bro. He just said, "I'm
And that's what he
No,
said.
no.
This is
One
his response,
second.
Ahmed.
The thing is,
Are you
I didn't
scared?
debunk what you
That's
said.
his response.
I agree with. One second.
so
I
you agree.
agree. Let me
Okay,
show you
hold on.
guys something.
We
Let me
gotta.
show you guys something that you
Can
guys
I
are
take
incapable
control of
doing.
this? Can I take control
Let me
of
show
this?
you guys something. I elaborated on your point. I agree
The Saka
with you.
subject is a bit touchy.
Saka's
very
It's
emotional.
not. It's
Okay.
not.
It is. He responded,
Guys,
"Are
it is
you
not.
scared?" To Ahmed's
I'm gonna
point.
tell you,
not gonna get
guys. I
irritated
don't want this
because
thing to
I was
turning
doing it
into a
too.
wind up show.
Ahmed, he responded, "Are you
I'm
scared?"
gonna-
Deep
Well,
in.
wallahi, Mo, I'm
That's his
Can I
response.
stop?
Just
Everyone,
respond to what he
guys,
said.
please, can we stop? Please, guys,
Let me
we're so
respond.
adults. We're all like freaking like 25 and older,
Let me
all of us,
respond.
right?
Because
Some
We're
people
all
30. I'm not
older
30.
than this.
okay,
You're
let
not
me
there
respond.
yet, but
Let
you're
me respond.
25 at least or something. It's hold on. Let me just ask him. If Igal says, "Aren't you scared?" He's admitting that Saka has not been the best. Am I wrong here? And he's saying that
100%.
he's improved. He's expecting Saka to improve. That is using the same argument that Shes said when he's expecting Liverpool and City to improve because the players will improve.
Incorrect.
Based on
This
what?
is-
Shes, can I?
It's not the players. It's not the players, Mo. It's where you got it wrong. The reason why I think they're improved
Can improve
is
then.
because the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool and City is what's everyone said about Arsenal. They're more stable, correct? They've
Yes.
had the same core, correct? The same manager, the same system. The reason why they have such a good defense is because they've been practicing for 3, 4 years, 5 years. The same guy. The Liverpool and City system and players is different because you've got new players in a new system, and with Liverpool's case, new manager. So my reasoning for Liverpool improving isn't necessarily the players, is the system improving. And in my opinion, if Liverpool improved their system, their players individually as a team, I think is better than City's and Arsenal's.
I can answer this again. I want to
That's
let
what
the
I'm saying.
Arsenal guys
Players,
talk.
yeah,
I want to have an objective conversation. I'm going to tell you something. Everyone talk about new players for Liverpool. Arsenal have tons of new players, but no one talks about that. Tons, bro. Tons. Like, Eze is new. Zubamendi is new. Calafiori wasn't even a starter last season because he was injured, right? Gyökeres is new. And people, 4 starters are new, and no one talks about. Mosquera played. Saliba was injured, by the way, and Mosquera played a lot of games. People don't mention that. But people are like, this is what I mean when people say, "Mo, how you defend Arsenal so much?" Because the narrative change. I swear to God, people talk different. I swear. People keep saying, but Arsenal team is exactly the same. No, it is not. Liverpool versus Arsenal, the game that was played at Anfield, Arsenal had more new players than City versus Arsenal. City had less new players than Arsenal, yet people said City in transition. More new players were on this, more new players on the Arsenal team that started, apart from Donnarumma, than City. But then yet I'm hearing it is Arsenal, City are in transition. I can go through the lineup, and I'm telling you what happened. It's ridiculous. It's nuts.
Ches said he's not
Mo,
sure.
why do you defend Arsenal? Because people lie.
Ches just came here and said he's not sure our defense can keep up with it. They spoke about Saka.
If you ever be disrespectful again, I'm literally gonna ban you. You're gonna get a timeout for 5 minutes, and so you can actually sit and watch if you wanna watch, right? If you wanna watch without being able to comment. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Protocol's cool, man. I know him personally.
Yeah, but why is he disrespectful? He can debunk the point and say it without being disrespectful. So fucking hold that fucking time out. I'm not in a mood to actually deal with.
I hear it. Look,
people are stupid, you know.
Ches, all you guys understand that every team can get better, every team can get worse. Right now, we're not saying anything that's brand new. All I'm saying is keep the logic the same. If you're saying Liverpool and City have not gelled, Arsenal haven't gelled either. If you're saying Saka's underperforming, I agree with you. I don't think you're going to find any Arsenal fan who doesn't agree with you.
Yeah, but
if you think Arsenal's attack is boring, so be it. We don't care. As long as we win the game, we don't really care about entertainment value for rivals and other people. I find it entertaining, not conceding goals, not conceding shots on target, and winning the game.
Was you not saying that Arteta's football last season was boring, and you were talking about how?
And it is boring this season. And it is boring this season.
No. But last season, Arsenal fans here were talking about how the football was boring. Arteta.
I wasn't necessarily speaking about the football being boring. I was speaking about the fact that our attackers were all injured, and we weren't able to get goals. That's what I was speaking about. I never cared about the entertainment value for the games. To me, the main thing is, are we being productive? Are we being clinical? Are we getting our goals? Are we able to shut up shop?
When Liverpool were winning in the beginning, when Liverpool were winning in the beginning, you say you don't care about the entertainment factor and you care about results here. But when Liverpool were getting results, you were saying, "Oh, it's not sustainable."
Because it wasn't.
Here's what happened, Ahmed, because you were doing shows. What happened? Martin will attest to this because he was doing shows with me and Osam. In the first game or two, we said, yeah, champions win. The third game, we said champions win. And then when it happened, the fourth and fifth game, we said, okay, what are the performances now? You're not going to win last minute goals every game now. You will take it in the first 1, 2, 3 games. After this, you'll have to sit and look. Well, you might have to perform at some point and dominate games and stop conceding. Even Liverpool fans start saying, well, we conceding chances every game, Ahmed. So that is what happened.
Basic maths. They were conceding 2 goals a game. You can't really do that. You can't really keep
the point that I'm making is...
I'll answer your other question, is that, like, honestly, I hope watching Arsenal is, like, disgustingly, repulsively boring for all of my rivals. I hope you guys are so bored that you fall asleep and just can't watch another game of ours. Actually, like, you know, as far as the entertainment is concerned, I'm not that worried about this season. Maybe next season, if we're still playing, like, with set pieces, I'll be worried about it. But this is all about collecting trophies, not listening to, like, all these agendas that people can put together for us. And Ches tried it. He tried to make Saka our weak point. He tried to say that we're as good as we can be, like the system won't get any better. But we've obviously got no habits. Jesus, Odegaard, Madueke. Like, these 4 players alone would be a massive skill upgrade on what we've got available to us, just either starting or off the bench. And right now, the biggest thing that will stop us is actually injuries. We've pretty much hit the max of what we can handle on injuries. And this is like the best squad in the world that everyone was talking about, right? So if we keep getting more players injured that are coming back, that's the only thing that I think that will stop us at this point.
And I'm telling you what, Martin, no one will talk about Arsenal injuries today.
No one will care.
I'm telling you, if Liverpool had the Isak, if Liverpool tomorrow had the Isak, Verts, Ikitiki injured, the world will stand up and will never sit down again. If Man City get Haaland, Marmoush, and Doku injured, people will absolutely make... And that is the problem when people say, no, but you defend Arsenal. No, it's not about that. It's about today, Arsenal had no striker to field, even though on the roster, they have 3, but they had no striker. The left winger was Trossard. Martinelli is injured. Madueke is injured, the backup. Odegaard is injured. They chose to play in one area and Zubamendi suspended. That is fine, right? My point about it is Arsenal is not the most entertaining team. He's not. They're not. They're fucking boring as fuck to watch Arsenal. Are they effective?
For you.
Exactly. By the way, even for you, but you don't care because you're winning. Because
the fact there's no chance of us losing or getting scored against.
Exactly, Igal. You know what I mean, Igal? Like, I'm watching the game, and if I'm watching the game and our opposition doesn't have a shot on target on you, for me, that's fucking boring as fuck.
But you want to know something? Man City is boring also because they limit your opponent from doing anything.
Man City are different a little bit than you. This is Man City. Someone texted me and said, Mo, why did you say that Pep was boring and Arsenal not boring? I'm like, on every stream, Martin watch. What do I say, Martin, every stream? Arsenal fucking boring and in control as fuck. Arsenal are in control of every single phase in the game. And that is so boring. When you pass the ball 1,000 times around, it is boring, but it is effective. That's why I said,
it's game
that's why I
management.
said Pep is the best ever league manager I've watched in my life. There is nobody that creates a system that worked every single season. It's Pep Guardiola. Is it boring? Yes, but it's genius. What Arteta's doing now, controlling all the phases of the game, is genius. For an Arsenal fan, it's amazing. Oh, would you take Arteta at Inter? Fuck, I want to be in control. I want to sit on my ass and not being worried about conceding a shot on target for 90 minutes while knowing that there is a fucking set piece or a goal coming from somewhere and I will walk away with the 3 points knowing that I will win the majority of my games. Who doesn't like that? Anybody that doesn't like that for their team are disingenuous. You want that. Who gives a fuck if you're boring, bro? You're winning football matches. Who cares? Who
I
cares?
also think that things like Liverpool was fake. I think it was actually boring because you knew that they were going to come back every game. It's like another type of gimmick which makes it boring. It might look like exciting football, but I would not watch their games because I'd know that they were going to come back in the last second.
But to be honest, like with Martin and Igal, like, and the Arsenal fans in the chat, you'll be doing me a favor, to be fair, if you do win a league title, because I'm not trying to see Liverpool winning a title. So
21, Ahmed, wallah, it is very long for you if Liverpool win the title.
No. So Arsenal, like,
it's long,
made the corners continue, made the boring football continue. If it's between them or Liverpool, I don't even want Man City winning it.
If you think it's going to be better with Arsenal winning, I think you've got another thing coming, my
No,
friend.
for them, it's the end of Habibi. For the people that are in Manchester that see Liverpool supporters, it's the end of the world if Liverpool get the 21.
I have cousins who are Arsenal fans and they've not won anything for a long time and they still banter me in it. Like, they try to mess around. So with you guys, yeah, and Arsenal, I know how to handle it, yeah, because you know, if they win the Premier League title, it's not really going to affect like my club, because obviously we won more Champions League and things like that. But with Liverpool, yeah, bro, they're on a different level, isn't it? So the Arsenal fans, we should be friends. I don't hate you guys.
Let me do this super chat because I wanna. Why did Chiesa get Player of the Month? Yeah, but I still think that Ekitik is more consistent than Chiesa, Redlan of Taranga. This is not a hate on Chiesa. He's not. You don't understand. Chiesa is good. You are nothing, Mo. Go to sleep. Someone said that. If Arsenal don't win a major this season, it's curtains, to be honest.
Can I rebut that? Because
Quickly.
I feel like to get to this point, you have to build such a monster of a team that it's not going to just disappear overnight, you know? So, I don't know. Either Arteta might get replaced, but it's still not curtains for us.
Doesn't the same thing apply to Liverpool?
You'd think so.
No. Why?
Because they spent so much money, they won the league last year. They should be favorites.
Yeah, but they haven't had the same manager for ages.
No, but if they don't win, who's going to fall on the sword?
Anybody can take over this team. They can bring a manager that can take over the team and make it better.
So
yeah,
Arne Slot, will it be finished for him?
Might be. I think if Liverpool don't win a major and fall off and finish third, Arne Slot should be sacked.
When he says curtains, obviously he doesn't mean the club. He means the manager.
There's no curtains for any club in the world. Any club can recover. It's like, what is this?
He's talking about the manager.
Yeah, any club can recover. If Arsenal have double digits points from City, EPL is done.
By the way, to the people in the chat who are getting offended by me saying City are boring, wallahi, you guys are not sitting there watching City 3-0 up. Shut your mouths.
Or City passes 1,000 times around, like for you.
Gal, sassy today.
like people is disingenuous, bro. You're watching City games, bro, and I'm like, it's genius. Bro, I'm not trying to sit down and see Rodri complete 130 passes in a game.
Pop pass back, man. That's all you gotta say.
How is that?
I'll be real, yeah. I love Pep ball, innit? That's me doing it. I like
it's fantastic. It's amazing, but it is boring for the neutral, bro. It's boring.
You know what? Somebody said I give them a headache. You might be dehydrated. Go drink some water, bro. Anyways, when it comes
to Arsenal and Bayern game, who will be the most influential?
Bring me Bayern. I can't wait.
Yeah, but Momo, this is where.
Are you in Germany? Are you in Germany?
What?
Is it in Germany or the Emirates?
Emirates. Come to the Emirates. We're gonna slap that bum. That's what we need.
The revenge tour continues. We've got a few.
I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Wallahi, Bayern are good, bro.
This is what I've been waiting for. The ultimate test. Bring me a team that attacks. You know what? Luis Diaz, thank you for kicking Hakimi. So you're out now for the next game.
Wait, thank you for kicking Hakimi. What?
He got a red card. He's not playing.
No.
He's not playing. Mo, send me the link. Shez is blown.
Mo, I'm sorry.
Let me finish this and then you can just chat.
And
Mo, send me the link. Shez is blown hot. Shez have left probably. He's somewhere. Shez have left.
By the way,
don't worry about it. We got Igal and Martin Dio, so they can handle it. And guys, this is Dio's new channel. if you haven't subscribed to Dayo. He's trying to get to 1,000 subs only. Go and support.
Big up Dayo, man.
We don't need
Listen.
everyone taking the bait. You know, Chaz
I'll
lays
say
bait
this.
out and then it just gets bitten.
I don't care what anybody tells me. I want the Barcelonas, the Bayerns. I want to test myself against the best.
You're wrong, but fine.
Listen, this is you know what's my
You're wrong, Digal, but fine.
He's wrong.
You win the competition by being by asking for the fucking easiest route possible to the fight. It doesn't
But
matter.
right now, it's good for us because it's a
But
perfect
it's the
time
league
for us to
phase.
play
It's not the
Bayern.
knockout.
This is where you lose me now. You're saying bring me all these teams here, but let's say if it goes sideways, you then say, "Oh my days, why does my team and my fans get cooked, bro? Look at the statements you're coming out. Do you get me? Like,
I honestly couldn't care what people think about
I
me.
think that Bayern are
Yeah,
going
but
to have
for now,
a
yeah.
fight.
Listen, I
Digal
don't
doesn't care, bro.
At the end of the day, I don't kick the ball myself. I don't put the ball in the back of the net myself. So I have no real control over what happens. All I have control over is what I say. And personally, I believe in my team. I'm gonna back my team. And if they don't perform, I'll suffer the consequences. Fair play. But
if they don't win, it's
what are they gonna do? Long story short, these guys gonna call me deluded or an idiot online for 2 minutes. I'll turn off YouTube. I'll turn off my notifications, and I won't hear it for the rest of the day. At the end of the day, I'll go to sleep happy. That's all. That's it. Really,
It's like a no-risk game.
you're not gonna make me depressed, or because the team lost. I get it. The team lost. I'll be sad for a couple of days, but overall, I've been used to this. I'm more equipped to deal with this shit than any one of you guys.
So you're more equipped to handling losses, or just like what like
what's happened? I've been here since Aston Villa was slapping us under Unai Emery. I've been doing content for a while.
No one can handle losses better than Man United fans these days, anyway. So
Shez just accepted Arsenal winning the APL. You're so waffling. I don't think he accepted that.
I swear that I didn't time this. I just heard you say my name in the super chat.
This is cute. Arsenal November champions. Please humor me. If Arsenal don't win the league, where do you go from here?
I mean, Kingsley, honestly, you don't need to ask fans.
Can you let the Arsenal fans answer, please?
How about this? If Arsenal don't win the league, we'll discuss it then. At this moment in time, how about somebody help us concede a goal then? Go ahead, score a goal against us.
No, here's the thing. What Kingsley's saying is you don't need to argue the line.
No, but I gotta ask you another thing. Humor me then, Kingsley. If Arsenal win the league this season, where does the Premier League go from here?
No. I got a better one. If Arsenal break Chelsea's goal conceded record, where does Chelsea go from here? They don't have nothing anymore.
Well, we can still.
I don't think
they have two Champions Leagues and they have two Europa
Leagues. Listen,
City
have the Centurion.
See what I'm saying here,
what is it? This is a ridiculous statement.
No. Hear me out. City have the
Centurion. You can tell they haven't won a league for so long.
And United have the treble.
You can tell.
In the Premier League, Chelsea, their main thing,
our main thing isn't 15 goals.
Is that 15?
That's not our main thing.
To be honest with you, Gal, I've been doing content for about 4 or 5 years now.
We only mention it in debates when we debate it.
His defensive record is not what Chelsea brag about at all.
No. The only reason why we bring it up is
we brag about it when people talk about the defense of Liverpool or Arsenal. But they don't go around.
No, they do. They said that it's harder than the Invincibles.
When people bring up the Invincibles,
my experience.
They bring up that.
Guys, I'm talking about my experience. My experience on YouTube. Chelsea fans don't go around and say that. Just to go around and say 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa League,
2 Champions League, and FIFA World Cup, or whatever.
And Konami Cup, Conference League, and they just did it all.
Hey Mo, don't be cheeky, yeah? Don't be cheeky,
bro. You're winning, bro. Bro, you guys.
You can tell Arsenal.
I'm gonna tell
you. You can tell.
You can tell.
Chez, you're right.
We need to talk
about you can tell. Listen to their tone. It's been so long.
He's underplaying.
Chez,
They're
you're right.
asking me, Mo, deep it. A team who's won everything in my lifetime. I am so blessed. I've seen everything. Man, them are asking me, what are you gonna do if we win the league? What am I meant to do? I've been here and done it. You think my whole life?
Can I ask a better question?
So, do you know why I live? I live in literally the heart of London. You don't think I was expecting United, Arsenal, Spurs to win something in my whole life?
What happens if Arsenal win the Champions League?
Nothing changes. Just so you don't get it,
bro. That's never happening, bro.
But look, we don't understand. I'm not naive. Where like people
Premier League,
Arsenal will never win a league again. When people say stupid, it's like, oh, Chelsea will never win the league, it's been 10, or United will never be back. That's just stupid. Football's so cyclical. Arsenal have their period where they're poor,
Some people
they're
are
the
just
period when they're
idiots.
good.
Some
Right.
people are just
It's
idiots.
cyclical, but you don't have any guarantee
Arsenal
about
have
when
a
your
better
team will
chance
be
of-
back, right?
Arsenal
Like,
will
Mine, that's
Chelsea
not the
went
point,
through-
though. What I can guarantee as a fact is that the team will be back. I can't say when.
When you
Yeah,
guys
but
had two
I-
periods where you went 50 years.
Do you want an
without-
objective conversation, Igal? The gap between Arsenal and Chelsea is getting bigger, especially if Arsenal win the league this season than what it's supposed to be. And with your owner's approach to the market, and with Arsenal's approach to the market, I believe the gap will get bigger and bigger. So for me, that's logically speaking, Chess. You yourself and all the Chelsea people that I work with, and you work with as well, you guys don't like the approach of the owners in some areas, especially the stubbornness of finding solutions within instead of going to the market to address the positions that you need to address.
Mo, the reason why that argument doesn't make sense in terms of that point of view, do you know why? Because you just said it yourself. You've said what I think. So
Yeah.
our opinion on how we should do things is our opinion. The club are doing it in their way. The same way the Arsenal board that you're lauding, the same fans who are now praising the guys were calling them out 2 years ago.
So you
for the
think
same
it's going to
reason.
change, right?
That's my point. So
Okay.
literally 2 years ago, Arsenal
Not
fans,
me.
like a gal was saying, it's not Arteta's fault, it's the board for not backing him.
Okay.
Correct?
So we
So now when
agree
they
then.
back him,
So
And then
we
they
agree.
axed him and look at
and
what
that's my
happened.
point. So when
So
people
we
go to me,
agree.
and Mo, also second to that point, right? Our way of doing it hasn't been proven that it works or doesn't work. So you can't sit here and tell me it's gonna. I can't.
In
sit
my
here and tell you
opinion,
it's gonna work. There we go then.
currently,
Yeah.
in my opinion, it proved that it doesn't work because your board, since they started selling
Nah.
Koulibaly and they got rid of Raheem Sterling and the Aubameyang's, your club, I think you sacked too many managers, which is fine with me. You got Jackson, who we saw is going to be the next big thing. You sold him. And then you got other guys. You got Madueke, one
Yeah.
demon. And then Madueke went to Arsenal as a bench player. And now you have Garnacho and Gittins. Like, there's too many variables.
I have to interrupt you respectfully because you know better than this. The model is to keep the best players and to
And
sell the ones
sell
that
what doesn't work.
Literally,
I-
what you
I
just
don't-
told me. Hold on. Literally, what you just told me are two players who were bantered by rivals and Chelsea fans alike for not being good enough. Secondly, right?
What about Joao
The
Felix? What about
Your
Dusty
first.
Hall?
hold
What
on,
about
Mo,
Renato Vega?
Hold on, Mo. The point I was going to make.
What about Jorgensen?
Despite what you said
What about
before,
Petrovic? I can go bigger. You're lying. You're lying to my
you
saying-
said me now my point.
But
Come
you
according
said
to
you
your-
interrupted me and said I have to interrupt you because you said 2 players. I named you 5 players.
No, but the point you're missing is we make more money from sales than we buy, so we can actually
So is that the
afford.
goal?
No, Martin. That's
To
the
make
separate
money?
point. To what? That's not the goal. As a separate point to what Mo's saying. Let's concentrate. The point I'm trying to make is
Well,
when Mo
you were
made the original
saying that
statement-
you
when Mo
objected to
made the
winning
original
titles,
statement
but I
saying,
don't
"Oh,
see that.
I think Arsenal are gonna be further away because the way you do things currently and the way
Yes.
Arsenal do things currently." The very irony of that statement is literally a few years ago we just won the Champions League with Abramovich. He got kicked out, and during that period, the Arsenal fans were upset because despite the fact they were title challenging, they weren't being backed in the board properly. So now this is the
So what is your point then?
So my point is, you're using an argument that how right now, right as it stands right now, we're not doing anything.
So I should read the
fighting for the
future to
league.
know if the Chelsea board will change the way they actually.
I don't. But
go
in my
about
opinion,
things.
we've this is an opinion actually. We've actually improved since the Koulibaly season. Now, if this season, for
100%.
example, Mo, yes, we have 6th, 4th,
No, I
and now
agree
we're here
with
right
you.
now. Yeah. So, Gary, I know you agree with me because I heard a few podcasts.
Bro, you were
right?
3rd, you went to 12th, 6th, 4th.
Yeah, but you're removing the context, which is what you want to apply to Arsenal, but you're not applying it here. The context is Abramovich left. That squad, which again was poor in the league, losing finals to Liverpool, needs to be gutted out because all the stars were old, like Kante, all these Thiago Silva had to leave. Rudiger left on the free, correct? So we started it all again. Since that Koulibaly mistake, sorry, Martin, since that Koulibaly mistake, we've improved. Now we're here to see if we can improve again and finish higher than 4th in the league. And then Mo, if we do finish higher than 4th in the league, will still be telling me, oh yeah, but Ches, Arsenal won the league this season.
My target is very simple. I said, I'm very consistent. You've been doing shows with me for over 2 years now or something. I said, to improve from fourth, it's not to finish third. It's to get closer to the team that will finish at top, regardless of it's Arsenal or Liverpool, because that is the natural progression after you won the Club World Cup, won Conference League, and got fourth. And you bought players that is supposedly on paper are better than the players you sold. So you're supposed to be higher than just being targeting. Because
that
by the way,
doesn't necessarily mean that they were signed to title challenge. You believe they should have been. I believe
yes.
Yes, that's the issue we're having right now.
Oh.
We think that, for example, do you really believe, logically, Ahmed, answer this question for me. Do you think the board signed Garnacho to compete for the league this season?
So why is that my problem?
No. I'm making a point. I'm asking
The
Ahmed,
board
do you
have
think...
not signed Garnacho to win the league or to compete.
Thank you. So when Mo goes to me and goes,
So, okay,
Yo, I
first,
didn't say-
let him finish that because I'm gonna
Hold
let him
on, let
finish
me
this.
know my point, man.
Yeah, because we cannot
You
go
know
ahead.
my point.
I'm gonna
You
keep
didn't
guys
say
for long.
rubbish.
I need four
I have
super
to
chats.
school you on it, and I wasn't here before to talk, so you can't.
No,
say
no,
it.
no. I'm gonna destroy you completely. Yeah, go ahead.
And hold on, Mo, because you're making silly points.
I'm gonna destroy you. Go ahead,
I
finish
need
the
to land my
Garnacho
point
point.
first.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
can
done.
talk
I'm
loud,
silent. Go ahead.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
So when Mo's telling me, oh, the board, how they're doing things right now isn't going to work, that's what you believe, Mo. I also agree with you to a certain degree that we should have signed more level raises, not Garnacho from Ahmed's club, not Gittins from Dortmund. They're good players, Gittins more so than Garnacho, Gittins,
Stop.
right? No, I'm not stopping.
No,
So
no,
the
Ahmed.
point I'm
I
making-
want you to finish your point.
No,
Go ahead,
I'm going to
Jess.
land my point. You can't tell me to stop and then let me land my point.
No, you. Ahmed is doing
Yeah?
voices, so I wanted him to stop.
Okay.
Cool. So the point I'm trying to make is very clear to you, Mo. We believe it should have been catapulted. The club doesn't. The club
Great.
believes their model way of doing things in the
Great.
next season, year after, will keep improving to the
Right.
point where you'll be
So-
sitting on panels going, Chelsea have built quite a good squad. Look, Caicedo, Cole's now cold. Fafana's fit. James is fit. Lavia is playing. Palmer's playing. Oh, wait, Delap can get 15 goals at Chelsea Football Club. They're attack scoring goals. Don't be surprised this season, Mo, if maybe we're not with Arsenal because they're better than us. But don't be surprised if we're in the Man City Liverpool pack.
Wait, man.
And
City.
we're
Great,
right behind
great.
there.
Now I'm gonna, based on just to finish this point, based on Shez's logic, himself, he agrees with me that Garnacho and Gittins and some of the players they have in the team are not players that actually the board signed to contend for the title.
This
So
season.
so realistically speaking, currently Arsenal signed Zubamendi to actually win the title. They
Right.
signed Eze to win the title.
Yeah.
They signed Hincapia to win the title. They
Yeah.
signed. So factually speaking, the point that I made in the beginning of this segment, that I said that the gap between Arsenal and Chelsea have increased this season is actually factually
You said
correct.
future tense. You didn't say present tense.
I literally said now.
No. You said your words were.
And hold on.
What would it mean?
I
You use
will
example.
actually continue with that. I will continue with this. And based
Right.
on every scientific thing in the world is actually reading the history and try to predict the future. Based on the history we have and based on the evidence we have and how Chelsea moved in the market this season, we are expecting Arsenal to even improve the squad to title-winning team and Chelsea still to sign players that will be ready for the year after.
Incorrect. That's where we disagree. Because
You
I
have no
don't believe.
evidence to prove
I don't
that.
believe.
Yeah,
Mo,
you have no evidence. Stop.
Mo,
You're gonna say-
and
I
you
wanna
had no.
respond to
Hold on.
you.
You had no evidence before that Arsenal were going to sign Zubamendi, Gyökeres, or Eze in the same
Exactly.
summer.
I have no
As a gal, was you
Exactly,
not
but-
surprised your club did that?
Oh
Yes or
my
no?
God, this is ridiculous.
Listen,
Okay.
Mo,
There we go then.
I need to finish this. I need to do the next four
I
super chat.
disagree with you. I think Chelsea, a fit Chelsea, is in the conversation with City and Liverpool.
There we go then. So what's more arguing me for?
That's big.
I think the gap between Arsenal.
Martin, it's not as big as you think, bro. Pause.
Okay,
No,
shall I
big
tell you why it's
statement.
big? Shall I tell you why it's big?
No, it's not a big thing.
I'm going to keep it very simple. Okay, I'm going to keep it very simple, very short and snappy, yeah? And Chelsea's players on paper, if you get rid of like the Garnacho and Netos, yeah, Caicedo, Enzo, Reece James, there's good enough players here. The reason why it's big is because Maresca's level is not as high as Arteta. Simple as that. That's the
We're
reason.
not talking about
Chelsea
guys,
win
Allah
15 games in a row. I can't think that they're on
I
the same
can't
level.
keep you guys. I don't want to.
Arteta's a much better manager.
I can't
Yeah,
keep you
I
for
agree.
long, but we can have this conversation. I really need to finish these super chats
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
1 o'clock,
big up
bro.
Mo. It's very late. I followed you on X from my new account. Like, guys, the video, guys, we have still 800 people and we haven't hit 400 likes. Yes, I followed you back. Mo, in the EFL Cup, Brighton had 1-on-1 chance, but genuinely, I was not worried because of how good our defense not lying. Fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. I know that Arsenal fans are not like worried currently about the defense. Spurs, Bayern, Chelsea in the same week. Bring me clubs. Spurs, Bayern, Spurs, Bayern, Chelsea would be absolutely mad for Arsenal in that week, to be honest. Would be absolutely crazy for Arsenal. In that week, for me, those 3 games Arsenal win, I'm super confident. Arsenal win these 3 games. Actually ridiculous. AMT, you were expecting to win against Chelsea, Bayern, and Spurs in the same week. So, Shaz, since you keep players that work and still that don't, when will you finally challenge for the league after spending another 1 billion 3 years? Please enlighten us because we know nothing, bro. They're never going to tell you. They're never going to tell you. I promise you, for us, it won't happen until they actually challenge for the league. I actually think that this year Chelsea should challenge for the league. And every Chelsea fan in the chat, I said in the beginning in the transfer window, Chelsea, if they utilize the money they spent in the right place, Chelsea should have one of the best teams in the league.
You can't celebrate champions of the world.
90
not win the league.
people that actually slag me off, I said that left winger, if you're gonna sell Madueke and you're gonna spend 90 million, you arguably should have one of the best left wingers in the league. You could have had Semenyo. Now you could have had Semenyo and Estevao on the right side. Basically, also. You could have had Magnan. Sanchez is good. You could have signed a center back like a Hincapia, right? You could have signed a center back instead of staying where you are. You could have signed Gahey, by the way, or someone similar. And the problem is, Chelsea fans agree with me. They said the utilization of money was not good. It was not good. By the way, I'm going to tell you, Chelsea could have signed Cunha on that left side. There you go. Cunha left winger with them, 60 million. Cunha,
that's why I thought Chess was just contradicting himself because he said,
he
believes in the owners, but then he doesn't believe in what they're doing.
Cunha, 60 million, Semenyo, 60 million, and you buy, instead of the 90 million you spent on Garnacho and Gittins, 60 million in Semenyo, 30 million in a backup winger, you still have 2 wingers. One of them is a great starter, the other is a backup. Arsenal should get Yildiz and Barella and Caicedo. Now you're...
Caicedo.
And Mbappe, and Vinny, and Ulisi, and Harry Kane.
No Mbappe, we covered that.
Can we do big 6 game watch-alongs and Caicedo? Big 6 game watch-alongs. Bro, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what is going on with that. We'll see. Chelsea play Karabakh tomorrow. I'm expecting a win, even though they play away from home. But listen, I want to thank everyone that stuck with us. This has stayed longer than what I expected, to be honest.
2 hours.
And it's, to be honest, I didn't feel that much because we spoke about Liverpool a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Right? A lot about Liverpool. And I want to thank everyone that joined us. Hit that like button, guys, before you go. And I will see you guys. Pick up the comment section. A lot of contradiction. A lot of people hating us. A lot of people liking us. But we'll redirect you to the... this is not it. Who's live now? Are they live? Who's live? Can I know who's live?
Let me double check.
Flawless is live. Is Egal live?
I was going to say Flawless is always live.
So
Flawless is live.
The Sarcasm City is live. And
who's live? Okay, yeah. Flawless is live. We can redirect to Flawless 100%. Why not? Flawless is one of the good guys. We're redirecting to Flawless. But first, Kingsley. Thank you, Kingsley. You listed a list of shit players, yet the trash coach Maresca won 2 titles. I'm going to tell you, Kingsley, something. The 2 titles mean nothing to anybody. It don't mean nothing to me. They don't mean nothing, broski. The Conference League mean nothing. The Club World Cup, and the reality is the Club World Cup, Kingsley, means a lot in terms of like the trophy cabinet, but it means nothing in the progression of the team. Similar to Ten Hag winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, it meant nothing to the progression of the team, right? You need to actually progress in the league, Kingsley, in the Champions League. That is the real measuring stick. Kingsley, Ange Postecoglou won Europa League and finished 17th.
Chelsea haven't got above 74 points in like a decade, so they need to start
Ainsley,
doing that
that's
stuff.
what he got adequate players. No.
But
No,
you can yeah, but to be honest, it doesn't even have to be one or the other cups or league, bro. It has to be both.
You
That's the-
can you can win the cup or anything. That is not the point. I mean, I want Chelsea to be better in the league, to be consistent in the league. Anyway, that is
Yeah.
what I want, right? Because I want the teams to do better. It's good for content. Appreciate everyone. Hit that like button, people. Thank you so much for sticking with us. It went longer, and I will see you guys soon.
Big up, bro.